for the community. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to Hive Scum, the grimdark. Fuck.
All right, Paul, save us.
Hello, welcome to Hive Scum, the grim and gritty podcast for the 28 community.
There we go.
Oh, my God.
You've been practicing in the mirror?
In the shower.
That's why Terry's not coming back, baby.
Yeah.
Terry, no.
Terry, no.
We're here.
We're here. Hi, I'm Gage at No Clear Coat.
Hi, I'm Steve at South of Heaven.
I'm Phil. I deleted Instagram again today.
I'm Paul at Wyrdstone.
Is that like Wyrdstone? Like you're like smoking a J?
Yeah, I thought it was like really clever a couple
think
years
it's
ago.
sick.
It is
Thank you.
funny.
You have the straight edge approval, so you know.
I
there
appreciate
you go.
that. I appreciate that. Every day I come closer and closer. Interaction with a drunk person, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that.
You interact with drunk people every day?
No.
At all the truck stops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do work with a lot of losers.
Every
you know what I mean?
driver you see on the
Marry a
road.
loser.
So hey, we're gonna try and recover the NEMO live episode.
Is it gonna
Yeah.
go before or after this?
I don't know if I don't know if you could even say it was a live episode. I think there was a few.
Report from the field. Probably.
Yeah. There's a few reports from the field. Maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy. It'll probably go after this.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hello. You haven't heard anything.
you haven't heard anything yet. We're gonna give you some behind the scenes of how the event went. Some stuff maybe we stressed out about. Maybe some. I don't know.
Fun little anecdotes.
Spooky gossip. You know, who knows?
Yeah, maybe one of your favorite things that happened.
Yeah, you know.
Something you might have seen.
Overall, how did you boys think it went?
I think it went swimmingly.
Yeah, I would say it was a huge success. We didn't have any problems, did we?
I don't
I don't think so.
I mean,
One of the rented tables was missing, right?
Yeah, but I didn't
No
hear.
one
I haven't heard nothing. Maybe
Right.
don't cut that out.
yeah, is the TNT tables listening right now?
Yeah, right. They were great coming in and setting up. You know, they were no complaints about.
Didn't
them.
take his tip.
No.
Didn't want to
Yeah,
tip.
guy wouldn't even take a tip.
I wouldn't take a tip. You know,
stand up
shout
guy.
out, shout out, random driver guy.
Right. And we were completely wrong about him. So everything really. I mean, even the day before was amazing. I didn't think about it until after. I was like, why do I feel like shit? You know, I was like, I know I did a lot of stuff this weekend, but it's like I was up for like 24 hours
Yeah,
the day
yeah.
before, and
Yeah,
I
you're
slept
an
for
idiot.
5. I had no idea because like we started setting up, then it was like everybody was coming in and hanging out. I was like, oh, I don't want to miss this. This is a ton of fun, you know. And
Setting up Friday was so clutch.
Listen,
that was
Yeah.
huge.
Adam said next year I'll give you all 3 days.
Oh
Don't
my
worry
god,
about it.
that helped out so much because then we went back to the studio and when I got back there was like 30 fucking people in the studio.
It sounded like a battlefield in there. It
I-
was so loud.
So the craziest thing is I roll up after we all drop the tables off. The window's open downstairs and I can just hear like light chatter. And I'm like, okay, sure. I go pee, which are anyone that's been there, the bathroom's above the studio. So I'm like, all right, I still can't hear
Concrete
anything.
building.
I can't hear anything. I go downstairs. The second I opened like the door and I crossed that threshold into the hallway before our studio, I was like, whoa, you just got hit with sound because the door was wide open.
Oh.
Second you walk into the studio and close the door, you couldn't hear it in the hallway.
Yeah.
I was like, we're fucking set. If we're not getting a noise complaint tonight, we're good.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We're never
might be
getting
just
a
doing
noise
some stuff
complaint.
there.
You know, maybe we'll play the show or we'll have the whole show there next year.
Hey, we
Yeah.
just letting you guys
Attendance
know
limited
30
to 10
minutes.
people.
Yeah. That I can reveal behind the scenes. I was stressing about the music.
It was fine.
Come to find out.
What do you mean about like
So
getting
we had four
getting yelled at?
dungeon synth artists and then a doom metal band playing.
Yep.
We were running 2 hours late on music.
Yep.
Chain to Paul, who may or may not make it into the episode later,
Old man Paul.
given his excellent interviewing skills. He was very like, I would love to go home after this, and we're running late. But the Dungeon Synth guys were doing sound checks. One of the guys has never played before, and they're doing like half-hour sound checks on a keyboard, and I'm like, all right, you should. It's a keyboard. Come on, it's fucking good. Let's go.
He was nervous.
No, dude, shout out Unsheathed Glory because
He killed it.
One,
was so good.
he never told me he never played a show before, and he killed it. Two, his like last song, I don't think it was supposed to be his last song, but I walked up to him right when he started, and I was like, "Hey man, you got to cut this. Like, we're running pretty late right now." And he goes, "All right, I know what to do," and changed his last song. And I could barely see it, like the gears turning in his head when he like.
It's all clicking.
Yeah, when it changed, and then he came over and he was like, Never did that before, but that worked out. And I'm like, dude, it was flawless. It fucking worked.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It kept like building up and building up and building up the music acts too. That was so sick.
I really like. I wish they were playing during the event.
Yeah, like, and then even everyone I talked to, because Josh from New England Dungeon Siege and Somber Arcane was talking to me, and he goes, next year, I think you guys should have it played during. I was like, well, that was kind of the plan, but
yeah, some of the people were playing in the event, and then some people.
Wait, why didn't it? Oh, just because people just didn't.
I also wanted to respect Basilisk playing with Rye Guy reading. If we were doing announcements while people are playing, while someone's reading from a book,
yeah.
You cut it between songs. You talk to the artist. You say, "Hey, at this time, you got to fucking take a break."
Yeah. So I was like, well, I want people to actually be able to hear what's
maybe
happening.
A little bit more planning on like PA stuff. Next year,
for sure. Yeah. Other than that, I think the music was fine. People fucking love Chain. TJ's video of them playing Hero Quest and then Chain, like his camera pans up to Chain in the background is so funny.
That's an all timer.
Yeah. And then that part is like what everyone stands out the most. They're like, you guys had tattoos and a band play at your miniatures convention. They're like, this is the coolest fucking thing. And that to me was like, we nailed it.
Yeah.
We nailed it. If people only remember that, we're good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think too, like the people were like, everybody's like right on with the three rounds and then chill the day on day
What do you
one.
mean Saturday,
and
bro?
Then, yeah,
we
Saturday.
need more rounds.
Oh yeah, right. I got it right here for you. You know, that was awesome. And then the one of the moments of the whole weekend for me was on Sunday when I was talking to Maggot Ian after. I'm like, and he says that Sunday was a dream, like just total chill day, completely immersed in the hobby, do whatever you want, and all the opponents are right there.
People did all sorts of cool shit on Sunday. People were playing big like group games.
Yep.
You see the game going on my board? There was like 4 or 5 people playing on my board.
They did your dream
set
game
up on it and shit.
Yeah.
They did your dream game.
Did they?
Just Heroes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was,
I didn't even witness it.
5 people, just heroes.
That's so sick.
I feel like it was
He's been
more, it was
asking for
like
it since I
fucking
met him.
6 people
That's
or
so
some
sick.
shit. It was a lot of people. Yeah.
I
think that was the last game that was played the whole weekend.
Yep. The also speaking of Ian, dude, the whole weekend had so many moments where people were saying shit, and it would hit me in the feels. Like on Friday, Phil and I got a very nice message from Trent.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "What you guys are doing is so different." And he's like, "People are messaging me to do this in Australia," and I was like, "Oh." But then Sunday, Ian hit me in the fucking heart when he was like, dude, this is so sick because my whole online D&D group is here. And it's like, I got
was
to
it like
meet
not
these
even
people.
planned? You know, they all just happened.
It was
to
just
come
a
through.
thing. Yeah. And I was like, holy fuck. And he's like, this is because of you. And he's like pointing it in the chest. And I was like, stop, I'm going to fucking cry.
Yeah, he came up to, I think he came up to me and Paul and said like very similar thing. And I was like, dude,
I was like, this is so
cool.
fucking cool.
Right. Because I say it all the time, but like, you know, for a guy like him to be that into it and like give us that kind of feedback is just awesome.
Right.
He has like all the credentials. You know?
Well, especially
I've seen so much.
And like not discrediting anyone that has given us a compliment at all, but like
sure.
Ian seeing the behind the scenes part of it and then still being that so stoked, like there were no real surprises for him. He saw like what we were putting into it, and then for him to still be like, "This is fucking it." I was like, "Oh."
Him and Tyler, I would say,
Right,
same
right.
thing. Like they saw every pass every week of what was going on, and they were both.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're going to say a bunch of thank yous and shout outs at every point in this podcast, but like the New England War Council really.
Yeah. You all know who you are.
You know who you are,
stepped
and
up.
you fucking stepped up. Shout out to anyone that folded a table.
Yeah.
Anyone that stuck
Scrubbed
out.
pots and pans, took out the garbage. Yeah. I mean, we had people tapping in everywhere.
Oh my God.
Tagging in.
What was the most standout moment, you think, for the whole weekend?
I think, maybe seeing getting everybody up there, and then when the video message to kick it off from Thomas went off,
dude.
that was.
You want to talk about a little bit about that, like how the going into that was?
Sure. So I reached out to him.
To who?
Thomas Piernan, the creator of Mordheim.
Yeah, you
former
know.
Games Workshop game designer, quite prolific, still in the scene.
Created the game 25 years ago.
Yep, 25 years ago, in Warhammer 5th or 6th edition, I think. And so I reached out to him a couple months ago to tell him what we were doing, and he read the message and said nothing. And I had an email typed up. And I know a guy who knew how to get a hold of him. And I asked him for his email. And he says, well, he's really responsive on Facebook. Why don't you reach out to him there? And then if you don't get anything, let me know. So I sent him the message, and then nothing. And I was kind of like crushed by it. I was like, "What the hell?"
He responds
You know?
in Discord all the time.
We're running the world's largest event. You can't
and
fucking reply.
Yeah, exactly. So then I say to Steve, I'm telling him about it at the studio, and he goes, "Well, what'd you do, Paul?" He goes, "You punished him or something?" And I go, "No." I go, "Look at this." And I show him my phone, and then I had typed the email, and it looked normal. But when I put it in my phone and sent the message, it was like 3 scrolls deep. And he goes, "Paul, you blew it. Come on." And I was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, my God." So then I sent him another message. He didn't say anything. And then I was like, all right, one last shot a week before the event. And I said, hey, TP, we're all set to go here. We're kicking off next Saturday. Then he responds. He goes, "Oh, that sounds so cool." And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to give us a message?" He goes, "That sounds great." And then nothing for like 5 days. And then I said to him like on Tuesday that week, "Hey, you still want to do this?" And then he's like, "Yeah, let me figure this out." And then like 12 hours later, he sent me the video. And so getting to play that for everybody, and then like, nobody had even seen it except for me and 2 of my buddies who aren't even war gamers.
You were
couldn't
like,
believe it.
you were like, "Oh, you guys want to see it?" And we were all like, "No,
Yeah,
we
I
gotta see
keep
it in the moment.
Yeah, it's got to be in the moment."
Yeah, and it really delivered. So that was really the first standout moment of a really memorable weekend.
If you haven't seen the video, if you go to Paul's profile, it's
It's pinned up
Instagram.
there.
And of course, the legendary Tomas out.
Yeah,
is
that
going to be
was
the most
amazing.
quoted thing in the group chat from now on.
Legendary. Absolutely legendary.
Phil, what about you? Any standout moments?
Yeah, no.
It was all blur.
Yeah, it's all blur. No.
You got tattooed,
Yeah, I was the first one to get tattooed.
which I think broke the ice because
Yeah, well, the thing too is that's what I was going for. I wanted other people to get tattooed as well, but I also didn't consider everyone's fucking playing right now. It's
Yeah.
like the middle of the event.
yeah.
So I think after like 3 p.m. is when it
The list went
over.
crazy.
Yeah, everyone was real busy, and then on Sunday too.
Right.
Chopping it up with the Wiers is always my favorite thing
Yeah.
to do.
You admitted in the car on the way here that you and Terry had a way better interview on their
Yeah,
podcast.
we were way, but yeah, they did their field recording as they always do at events.
right.
And we had a really great conversation with them. And then I had nothing left in the tank when it was time to record something for this podcast.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, go listen to theirs instead.
yeah. Anything that I was on the mic for only one like snippet of our podcast there, and it was. I think I said this in the Patreon episode, but it was mostly just us like blankly staring, like looking around each other at a round table, kind of just blankly staring. And just like,
I remember at one
Yeah.
point we're like, let's do shout outs of who's walking by. I'm like, this is so stupid.
I mean, we were all pretty fried. I think
Cool.
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
it was crazy because we knew better than to go crazy on Friday night after what you guys did last year.
Right.
But like being awake for that long and then just not sleeping enough. I mean, and then standing up all day long. I mean, dude, by the end of the weekend,
my back was killing me on Saturday.
My
I was a
legs
jittery
fucking
mess. I
hurt.
was like eating burritos.
Well, dude, Friday I was like, all right, I'm ready to go to bed. And then someone's like, yo, we're here. Can we come through to see the studio? I'm like, sure.
And then it's like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, well, and then it was like 3 more groups of people saying the same
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, yeah, I would love to see you. I would
Yeah,
love to
actually,
see
yeah,
you
that
tomorrow.
was stand up for me. It was Friday night, fucking getting all our friends in the studio,
Yeah.
show off the space, get to enjoy it and,
Yeah.
and live in it.
Yeah, I think for sure the just the amount of people in there too.
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
Knowing we can have that many people in there.
Yes. Yeah.
It's also like a nice one. Listen, what day are you? How many days are you going to Adepticon?
the whole time.
Wednesday to Sunday, brother.
Yeah.
You better get fucking used to what just happened.
I haven't slept
No,
in like 6
because
years.
you're not gonna have to be responsible for anything except for like the one game you're running.
Yeah,
That's true.
Did
I'm gonna
any
get
of you
8
guys
hours.
get to play any games all weekend?
I did.
I did. I played 3 games on Sunday.
I played nothing.
Well, you played with Nino, right?
Oh yeah, that Sunday was really cool too. Yeah, I came in early with my kid and we got to.
Oh,
he got to
dude.
pick a couple.
I gotta talk. I got some beef with Nino.
really.
So you know how we set up the tables? So there was like an aisle in the middle. Mm-hmm. So the Magic event's going on. Nino's just walking around by himself. He's a fucking independent little guy, you know. I see him, and I'm like, all right, well, I know the responsible parents probably have eyes on him, but I'll corral him back. And I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, Nino, and I put my hand out for a dap, and now everyone's watching. And I mean, like, there's like 20 people staring. He just looks at me and then turns his head and just runs away. And everyone just like comically points and laughs at me.
Oh, man.
It's just like, all right. Now I just look like a fucking creep just chasing this kid like, Nino, no, please come back.
Dude, his little drawing of Grant's board is so fucking
Oh,
good.
it's so
Was that
sick.
sick? Yeah, that was so awesome. That was the first one he picked out of the thing. When we were walking around, and he was just hilarious. So
Got to be the bright green sludge.
yeah,
That's
that guy with the toxic waste.
Yeah.
he was like, so that was a ton of fun.
But you got to play other games, not with a
Yeah,
6-year-old?
I played. Right. Yeah. So once they were all, my wife finished her kit bash and took them home.
Which, by the way, let's not breeze over that. Her kit bash was fucking sick.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was really cool. She sent a box today to be filled with bits when I go.
Oh,
home,
hell
so.
yeah.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
I played Dead by Lead with Gabe, and that was hilarious. We had an awesome little game of that, and then I went right into the Flames Over Rhine World Championship to defend my
Oh, that's
title.
right. I forgot you played in that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
My first game too. Listen to this lineup. That was me versus Eric's Hobby Workshop.
Yep.
Rory,
Yep.
Ratboy Rory, and Andrew Hobby Dungeon.
Yeah.
So it was like I had a nice little group there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they were all really funny and fun to game with.
Good.
And none of them had played yet, right? That was their first
I don't
time
think
playing?
so.
No, they did play. Andrew and Rory had played in the hotel the night before because Adam carried
Oh,
the fucking
yeah,
yeah.
torch, bringing the
I,
board to
I
their
saw the
hotel.
picture they posted at like 1 in the morning of playing on the board. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
And they gave me good feedback. They had written up some notes, and I
Yeah.
did some adjustments accordingly. Like some nice, hey, you might want to look at this.
Right. Some of the pictures I was seeing from people like after hours, like them in the hotel, or like people hanging out at a bar down the street. Those are the moments where it's like that really makes the con too, because it's like, yeah, everybody goes for the main event.
Yeah.
But like you never know what little pockets you're going to get into.
Yeah.
Think about how many people we kind of don't know at all. Like are
Right.
in the Discord and we like might know their name, but we don't really know them.
Dude, Evan and I were trying to look for a player for our Adepticon game, so we're like going through Instagram and like, oh, we found him, and then we look and I'm like, this guy was at NEMO. Fuck.
You didn't even meet him? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's the
there's
one
too
thing
many
too
people.
that like
There was too many.
Yeah. That obviously like feeling bad trying to like stretch your time, get some FaceTime with like
Yeah.
everyone that's that's always the problem with just like being at an event like that.
Yeah.
There's
Especially
a thing for
running
me
it.
too at like going to like shows. It's just like the social anxiety of like, well, I feel obligated to get FaceTime. I know like 60 people here.
Yeah.
I'll just
Like,
stay.
yeah,
I'll
who the
just
fuck
I'll
am
just
I?
stay home instead.
Yeah.
sort of. You can come talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people that I didn't even realize until after the event. I'm like, oh, I fucking know them from Discord.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like fuck.
Everyone said they were like, this was sick, but name tags would.
Yeah.
And we were
That
like,
was
Yeah,
on
dude.
the
The,
list.
the,
Yeah.
Well, the very night before. I mean, when I was in Walgreen, I was looking for him. Like, do you guys have any like name tag? The guy was like, nope, we have nothing like that.
Okay.
All right,
asshole.
thank you.
Miserable fuck.
Yeah.
I had this idea when we were talking about it, getting someone to draw like a little like your name like with like a sword and shit like specific to the event.
Yeah, a little border
Fucking-
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
nice one.
Yeah.
Because Paradise will do those.
Nice.
And then
Oh, we might have those borders.
other than games at the studio, did you play anything over the weekend?
Yeah, you played OPR twice.
I played OPR once on Friday with Evan, and
Yeah.
then once on Sunday with Evan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking crushed him.
But you didn't play anything at the event?
Power gamer.
Fuck you,
Just wait till AOS. I'm coming for you.
dude.
You,
You're
Brandon, all
first
those-
on my list, buddy.
All those tryhards. Yep.
Did I play anything else?
You played for Flames. Oh, you just ran.
I
it?
just watched.
Yeah.
I organized, and then you're like, "Hey, we got to record." I was like, "All right, Adam. Hey, can you oversee
I
this?"
remember you just literally passing the book, going bye.
And he's like, "I can do that."
Oh, that's what. Yeah, we had a rules question. Adam's over there with the book, and he's like in the middle of the table. Like, this guy got here last night.
Hey, listen, he's sharp.
Listen,
as a tack, okay?
that is a testament to Flames being a well-written and easy to understand game.
Yeah, it was
What can I
awesome.
say? What can I say?
Dude, that really, those games were hilarious. They were fun.
I kicking myself in the ass because I'm like, oh, I need to give them an objective. It can't just be everyone fighting because then they'll just hide in the corners the whole time. And I'm like, I didn't give the players the credit that they deserve of like, no, they'll play a game and it'll be fun.
Yeah, these people play games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm like, all right, you gotta just get the objective and get it off your board edge, and like didn't give them any specialty rules, didn't give them
Yeah.
anything because I
Yeah,
didn't want to
yeah.
bog it down. It should have just been like, there's a control point in the middle, you have to control it. By
Yeah,
the end
King of the
game.
Hill. There you go.
But instead, I didn't do that. So everyone that won, I think, just won by Zip
Get in, get out. Yeah.
yeah.
So the world championship was determined by.
There is a new world champion.
Yeah.
Huh? In
Yeah.
Flames of Orion
at Whittle Goblin.
There you go.
Right.
She's a champion.
She's a
Beat two
champ.
former
took the
champions.
trophy home.
Yeah.
She is aware she has to bring it to Adepticon, so she's got to squeeze it in her fucking
Has to
suitcase.
defend it?
Yep.
She has
Oh,
to defend
boy.
it.
Excellent.
I'm gonna put flyers up at Adepticon. So if you're coming to Adepticon, keep an eye out for the Under the Dice Hive Scum booth and like around the con because there's gonna be flyers saying where the championship's at.
That's such a like
Is that a come all? That's not like
Oh,
a
you
sanctioned
fucking-
event. You can
No,
just show up and
It's too late to be a sanctioned
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
There will be prizes. I'll have prizes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, like the
go buy
Stanley
something.
Cup, the Stanley Cup mentality of like this trophy will just keep traveling with people is so
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
funny. Woody was like on stream talking about it, and she's like, "I think I'm gonna add some stuff to the trophy." And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Fuck
that'd
Be
be
yeah,
sick.
add some
Everyone
fucking
that
wires and
gets
shit."
to add shit.
Yeah,
Carve your
Yeah.
fucking name into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's
Woody
sick.
was here.
WUZ.
I should make a base for it because it doesn't have a base, right? It's a
No,
big
no, it's
goblet.
just a fucking goblet.
Oh, nice. Yes, I'll make it like a
Goblet with like an atlas on it or something.
Oh, speaking of
Just airbrush it and dry brush.
trophy, we can behind the scenes. So when we're setting up the event, we're all of us are doing fucking 12 things a day at the studio. We're figuring shit out. Steve sends a picture of like the trophy, and he's just like talking in the chat, and we're all like, "Yeah, sick, we're doing this." Terry, at home,
Hours later,
replies, and he's like, "This is all sick, but hey guys, did you notice that the trophies say Mordheim?" And we're like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And all of us had seen the trophies in person. Steve put the stickers on the fucking thing that they engraved, and they had 2 O's in Mordheim.
Yeah.
who could have fucked that up? And they were checked. I checked them
Right.
at the fucking place. The first sheet was right, and then everything else when you fold out the
It was,
list,
yeah, it was like every
wrong.
other one was fucked up. Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
But none of us caught it. And it's like Terry just, and it was not even like the focus of the picture.
No,
It was like
in the corner. You
yeah,
could
you
almost
just
not
zoom
see it.
in
you
to
couldn't even
look
see the
at
whole
it.
word Mordheim. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun little
Trophies came out great though. I was pretty stoked.
Yeah,
at how
yeah,
they
yeah.
They were
turned
awesome.
out.
the lowest warband
Mishap.
mishap.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Right.
You know, shout out Crooked Weaver.
Shout out.
You didn't earn it though.
Came out from Michigan.
Yeah, he
Came
did
all the way
acknowledge
from
it, right?
Michigan.
He-
Fucking
he
won
said
2
it.
games.
I don't know if this is right, but
No,
Yeah, some
I think it was Phil and I.
poor accounting on the part of the people that were tallying up the scores. Somehow gave the lowest warband rating trophy to a man who won 2 out of 3 games.
Yep.
it was just bad at
The
math.
actual winner.
the people
Of the lowest
Yeah, of the-
is the the people's champ, the most decorated man in NEMO history. Blurs is the right. Yeah.
Blurs would have walked away with a 3rd trophy.
Yep.
47 warband rating.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is I think
3 losses.
Right. As
Listen,
would've
he came
wanted it.
he came with halflings. I feel like halflings are meant to lose everything
Yeah.
that they play.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a 3-inch move too.
Probably. I don't fucking know.
I mean, they looked great.
I don't know anything about playing Mordheim. I got to play a game. I played one
You
game
did.
of Mordheim. It
You
was a
did.
fucking great game.
Yeah, you played with Martin
I
McCoy.
played with our friend Martin McCoy on Terry's board.
Yep.
It was a very fun game. Everything looked excellent.
Mm-hmm.
This is maybe the only time I've ever played a game with all painted models of my own.
That's sick.
so
Yeah, yeah. And Martin really wanted to do something cool and thematic, and we talked a little bit about different like mission types that I like to do, like in other games, and we wrote like a quick custom mission.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
I remember walking by at one point and just seeing like 15 models in a big ball at the center of the board.
Let's see. I mean, I feel like that's
Standard
just like a
Mordheim.
lot of Mordheim is just
Yeah.
that.
Can't break from combat. you know.
Yep.
I forgot who it was, but someone came up to me and were like, "Hey, we're playing on Bill Ford's board, the vertical one of the ones that we raffled away."
Yep.
The death trap.
Yeah, well, that was breaking everyone's models. But he was like, "Hey, we have breakthrough. What do we do?"
Get to the fucking top.
And I was
buddy.
like, "Well, you could do top to bottom, but if you don't like it, just re-roll and have fun with it." And he looked at me and was just like, "Cool, all right," and then walked away. And I was like, "Yeah, sick."
you know,
That's pretty much how our thing goes.
Yep.
some people just don't understand.
No, I mean, it's like a permission thing, right? Like we're at this quote unquote tournament, even though it's very clearly not. And it was like, oh, we can just do that. And we're like, yeah, you're here for fun, man. Enjoy it.
It's funny because like we announced the first round, and then I had people like asking me questions, like multiple people asking me the same question as like the round is getting started. We're like 10 minutes in, and I'm like, you're asking me about what mission you can play and
Yeah.
what you roll. And I'm like, did you motherfuckers not read the packet?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, the last page of the packet. And they're like, flipping through it, and they're like, oh, you had the one online, it didn't have this. I'm like, read your packet.
Yeah.
I was losing my
Oh,
mind.
the best was people asking what's their player number. Like,
Oh, my God.
Come on, man.
Yeah, dude, it's on your packet.
It's on your bag.
So Colin was running his ice cream
Man.
booth,
Yep, yeah, our
Sweet
buddy
Justice.
Yeah, we shot a sick promo outside.
Yeah.
Did you?
Dude, my favorite part though, because he was up next to the front desk, and I'm just like talking to him, and then I'd walk away, and he'd come back, and he's just like, "Dude, people keep asking me rules questions," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I'm like, what are you telling them?" And he goes, "I'm just telling them to like, just have fun with it," and I'm like, "All right, well, what you need to do from now on is tell them 4 up." And he was just like, "Yeah, sure." Fucking 3 seconds later, no joke, someone comes by and they're like, "Hey man, can I ask you a question?" And of course now he's like, "Oh yeah, what do you need?" He's like, we don't really know what to like figure. Oh, he's like, "Dude, 4 up, honestly that'll get you through." And then the guy was like, "Cool, thank you."
Perfect. That's sick.
I was like,
He was in a place of authority.
yeah,
Every time I would like come back,
I think that he's sitting in front of a freezer with a banner above him,
and people are
like
"I have a
selling
question."
ice cream.
hey, can I ask you a question?
You clearly know Mordheim. Look at these.
Yeah,
look at
yeah.
the names of these.
He's like secretly trying to sneak my chainmail on, and I was like, "You can't wear it." And he's like, "Come on, why not?"
I remember at one point the fucking neck piece part,
gorget?
yeah, was
Gorget?
missing, and you were like, "I know you fucking have it." He's like, "No, I don't. No, I don't."
He's literally wearing it.
Yeah.
He's the last one wearing it.
But yeah, shout out Sweet Justice because they made a hive scum flavor of burnt honey. They made a kit bash flavor.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever tasted. I ate 2 cups of it.
yeah.
That's fun.
I don't know what I thought burnt honey would taste like. It has like this crazy, like doesn't taste burnt. Like it doesn't taste like fucking carbon.
You're just eating chard.
It has this really earthy. Now this description I feel like probably turns a lot of people off, but it has this almost like mushroomy flavor. It's like soup, like very earthy.
Yep.
But it still tastes like honey. I fucking loved it. I was crazy
Yeah.
for it.
I like the sorbet a lot.
Yeah, that was the Wyrdstone.
Wyrdstone
was
sorbet.
fucking-
Yeah.
that was
And then the
great.
kit bash was Kit Kat and I think like Oreo ice cream.
That sounds
Yep.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And then that one was vegan, so I was getting down on that one.
Hell yeah.
I like to even have time.
I know.
Like talking about like, what was your favorite thing? Like, it almost like went by.
Oh,
Like
it
day
fucking
one,
flew. Yeah.
Day one, I could not tell you other than like snippets, like a photograph in my mind of like
Right.
things. Like I don't remember anything. Day 2 was a lot more chill, thankfully.
Yeah.
So one thing I was thinking about a lot, like in retrospect, like over the last week, is like obviously the event is like a great success, regardless of we had all of the great elements. Like you said, like we had bands playing, we had fucking people doing tattoos, we had all sorts of like good food and stuff. But like, why Mordheim? Because
Yeah,
famously, it's not that great of a game.
I said that.
Gage hates Mordheim.
I don't
does.
hate it, but listen, I'll take it back as long as Paul takes away that fucking dagger he put in my back the other night.
What do you do?
I get a text at 8 p.m. that says, "Yo, Gage, Stargate SG-1 sucks."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Listen, dude, Mordheim's a great game. Take it back. Take it back."
So, because one of the things that we find, not just this year, but even last year, a lot of people just like, I've never played this game before,
Right.
And like, well, no one has. And I was thinking like, the reason I was trying to think about why Mordheim is a good game for events like this and for our community. And it's a few things. Obviously, low model count, so you can really focus on your art, which
Yep.
is really a big focus of the community.
Which all the war bands, all of
Insane.
them.
Absolutely crazy.
When we had to
looking
pick
warbands.
our favorite to like fix the score because
Yeah,
there were so
yeah.
many ties,
Yeah.
3 different ones.
I couldn't
Yeah.
fucking pick.
All of us just made it worse.
Can we pick the top 3?
Yeah. So obviously, there's a good focus on art with the small bands, small boards, and terrain. Not simple rule set, but I think one of the things that actually works to its credit is the fact that Mordheim is a quote unquote dead game.
Right.
There's
no
no
fucking
there's
with
no
it.
competitive scene for it.
Yep.
It's not something where there's like a constantly evolving meta
Yep.
or anything like that. So it really lends itself to casual play.
Yep.
And obviously for people, they like to get in there. They want to win, but it's
Right,
still
right.
it's really not attracting a competitive, a competitive element. So I think it's really good for meetups like that.
Something before the event when we were streaming from the studio, and I think it was like just me in there one day or something, and maybe Steve was in the background. But excuse me, Nate Dungeon.
Yep.
Was like, I've been running 40K games forever.
Yep.
Events.
Yeah, like big events. And he was like, the Mordheim scene puts in the work for boards, like war bands. They're the ones that are like down to put in the work for these events.
Yeah.
Because it's like you said, it's the narrative
It's small.
and it's small.
Exactly.
Even with the boards, like, oh, I have 6 months to make my own board that I can bring to an event and people play on.
Yeah,
Fuck
Sign me up.
yeah.
Definitely.
And that's like kind of going back to what Phil's saying here is like, even the work that you're putting into the warband, totally aside, the people putting in work for the boards alone make the event.
Yeah.
We could have played any fucking game there.
Yeah.
But realistically, because Mordheim is so community focused at this point and community ran, it lends itself to those creative mindsets where no matter what you're making a sick board and like just running a stock warband, or you're running some crazy warband and you're not doing a board, like no matter what, you're putting the work in.
Yeah, you're doing something.
Right. And you're stoked about it.
Yeah.
I think like the base, it's kind of like it's almost like generic low fantasy setting too, which is really appealing.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's grimy.
Yep.
It's there's nothing too crazy, and it's pretty well defined as well. Like the universe has its rules. You know what it is. It was this place.
The setting, the tone.
during the empires, like
The setting and the tone, I think, are obviously
the whole
key.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like to the casual element too, it's like it's just as fun to lose a game because it's really all about those rolls at the end and like, your story.
Yeah.
So that's so fun.
And I mean, even with setting and tone being like set, people that were still creatively making out of canon warbands still nailed setting and tone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, like
Look at Grant's fucking
Our best
Lizardmen.
warband was
Yeah.
Lizardmen that were like grime, and with bright colors,
Right,
You know,
right.
and-
We would sell him.
but they weren't.
Yep.
They weren't out of place. You know,
Exactly.
anywhere.
Fucking
He had a whole lore written up for it. Did you read his post?
Oh no.
He was. I didn't see a post, but he was explaining it to me.
Oh, he posted it, and there's a whole write up. It's from like the outside perspective of that warband.
yes,
of like the
that was
comet strike
so
and like where
creative.
they came from,
and
and
it
stuff.
was like the field notes from somebody else who
Yes.
observed
Right,
what has
right.
happened.
So
That
sick.
was really cool. His handle on Instagram is
Underworld
Alliance.
Yeah.
Underworld Alliance.
Yep.
Yep.
Gabrielle.
Gabriella.
I
I want
believe.
Gabriella DeMarco. I
She's a
believe.
tattooer.
Yeah,
tattooer in,
tattooer from Maryland or Virginia.
DC
something.
area?
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC area.
The fucking Midsummer Warband.
Yes,
Insane.
I believe her and her partner worked on it.
Yep.
Brought a
collaboratively.
Yeah,
board
I think they were.
and
I
a
think
wood.
they were
Yes.
playing as a team.
Yes,
Yeah,
which is
that's
also
so
sick.
sick.
Yeah, oh yeah,
But that still is in world.
yeah. They had a
nailed setting.
Midsommar themed chaos warband.
What is Midsummer?
You ever
It's a
seen
movie.
the movie?
No.
The horror movie. It's from a couple years ago.
It's not really scary.
I don't know if it's your
No,
vibe.
it's fucking scary.
Psychological.
It's a psychological A24 movie.
Like beat down there.
Guy gets his head crushed with a mallet.
Yeah, I don't think it's your vibe, Paul, but
It's think of like Nordic pagan religion being practiced in the 21st century.
Where a
Like,
bunch of foreigners come in and they don't really know what's going on.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever that is, like people, because I heard you say it to me when we were going around. He's like, "Did you see the Midsummer?" And I was like, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, sure.
But I thought it would be like a label on it or something. But then when I posted the pictures on the Facebook page, like all these people were like, "Oh, Midsummer."
yeah, losing their mind about it.
It was hard to pick. I had like a top 4, and picking one of those top 4s
Yeah, dude.
was fucking
it was
hard.
it was really rough.
Yeah, there was a lot of really
Chris's-
cool ones.
Chris's
Peter
Carnival.
Piper, the carnival.
Yeah. Mike's Witch Hunters.
Which-
Sin Killer.
I think they won. They were
Sin Killer
bronze.
did.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
him
bronze, I think.
and
Yep.
Grant
Yep.
came in second and
Yep.
third.
Yep. Because
Yeah,
Grant
yeah.
also cleaned house with a couple trophies too, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he was one
Grant,
of
Grant
the
won like a sweaty
Yeah.
trophy for being
Yeah.
for being a really good gamer.
3 games and
Which
highest
he's
warband.
he's secretly a sweaty.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
listen to him talk about like fantasy battle and old world. I'm like, oh, this guy's a gamer.
Yeah.
Not only is he an artist, he's a fucking gamer.
Right, right.
Dude, he was like, just talking to me about like wanting to come to Adepticon. He's like, I can't do it. Like that's my season that I'm making money. Like, he's like, but I suck at tattooing, so I don't make money all year. And then I'm like, I hadn't seen his tattoos, and I see him post that fucking Plague Marine or the Blight King. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Your shit's sick.
I'll buy that shit right now.
Dude, did I send you guys that back piece he did?
No.
Oh my.
I think so.
Dude, it's like this like cowboy, but in like a neon setting kind of thing. Dude,
Yeah,
the lines.
It's a Shadowrun fucking box.
The lines are like he has a converging like
isometric.
lines all the way across this dude's back. It's
Grant,
insane.
you fucking
Straight as
rock.
fuck.
Yeah,
I know you
dude.
probably don't listen to this,
No,
but you rock.
Grant does listen.
He does?
Yes.
That whole crew rocks,
Yeah.
Dude,
That
you
whole
got
crew brought
Richmond-
the energy.
Richmond, you guys represented.
Yeah.
Imagine
hard.
that house. Tyler's already painting. Shane.
Yeah, shout out Shane.
Yep.
And then all the Virginia guys all in the
Grant,
same
Mike.
house, you know?
Grant, Mike Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's
being
fucked up.
freaks with their war band.
Wild guys.
Unbelievable.
I mean, they're that's the coolest thing too. Is they're like different, not cliques, but like different crews coming through.
Yeah.
Fucking TJ
The Michigan boys.
and J3
Showing up in
motherfucker.
fucking suits.
Yeah,
showing
I
up in
found it
suits
Savers.
in Savers.
Dude, those guys are unbelievable.
with their store brand energy drinks.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, all right. So another low key thing. Brothers of Rotberg Street.
Yep.
John.
John, yep.
Fucking lad
Fucking
for sure.
madman.
Fucking legend is talking about how he hasn't had any American candy. I'm pretty sure TJ and J3 went and bought fucking oatmeal
did.
cream pies to fuck this dude's life up.
Because I told them the story about my buddy Dave coming
Right,
over.
right.
And he had oatmeal. He's like, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, so they went and got candy just to fuck John up.
I witnessed it. I witnessed it at the event. Literally, I go over. I'm like slapping him on the back. I'm like, "Yo, dude, what's up?" And I just look like his face is like
He's just
1,000-mile
shock.
stare. And he's got. I look down. He's got the wrapper of the oatmeal cream pie. He has one bite out of it.
You're
And
looking
I'm
at a crime scene.
and I'm like, "Oh, what do you think?" He goes, "It's fucking mad, mate." And he takes another bite.
Oh
See,
my
I
God,
missed
dude.
that guy. I didn't get to meet
dude.
him.
Oh,
You
dude,
know?
he's a fucking legend. At one point Friday,
I think he came through after you left the studio.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He's like talking to. I was like zoning out, like listening to another conversation. Because Steve and Matt were talking about something, and then I lean over or like turn back, and then John's talking to Lucian. He's just like, "Yeah, how fast do you think you can drink a pint of piss?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is what is happening in this conversation?" He's telling this insane story about his boy drinking a pint of piss in 4 seconds while Concerning Hobbits is playing. And I'm just like, dude, this guy is part of the crew. Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's a freak. I love
fucking
it.
freak.
Well, and then fucking cover to shame Sam.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they're linking up, and they're like, "Yeah,
Yep.
we live kind of far, but John's
Right.
got a license now," and he's like, "I'm coming out."
Yeah,
We're fucking
dude.
gaming.
Sam.
Couldn't be any more different from each other.
I was going to say
He's
Sam
so
could
sick.
not be
Yeah.
any more of a polar opposite of John, but
Yeah, also special shout out to Sam. The
yes.
What a
first
sweetheart.
person that showed up,
yep.
Unreal.
absolutely charmed the pants off of us.
Yep.
Brought a fucking war band, like in original. What was it? The Witch Hunters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
original
Yep.
Witch Hunter.
To give away to the
So,
person that
yeah.
embodied the
embodies
spirit.
embodies the spirit
It
of
was
the game.
The
yeah.
War Council's choice,
Yep.
which went to
which was of
Blurs.
course Blurs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Gifted
Shout out
the
Sam.
studio a fucking custom model. Like,
Ugh.
Yeah.
So sick.
And all
Yeah,
of
the
his
Forbidden
stuff
Psalm,
is so good.
he
too.
made a corpse collector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane.
Which will definitely be
I
used
think-
at New England
not
Dungeons.
to call him out or put the fire under his feet if he isn't, but I think he said something about preparing for Golden Demon UK, and he's that level of painter too.
yeah.
So.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I mean that's probably my standout thing from the whole weekend, that we can up the stoke so hard on people that they're flying out. Dude, fucking Banway.
Motherfucker.
Psycho.
Brandon flying from Australia to fucking hang was
He's the chiller.
was insane to me. And
Yeah.
like, because that's the thing I was fearing. I'm like, just because these people are paying the insane ticket price to get here, they could fucking suck. Like, we could be stuck with a real Punisher.
Oh yeah.
And Brandon was just the sweetest dude. Just so stoked on everything that was happening.
Wanted to help at any time. He
Literally,
could.
he was just like,
anything
"Yeah,
to do.
I'm running around making sure everything's going fucking smooth," and he's stopping me, and he's like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "Motherfucker, you relax. Do you need a chair? I'll fucking a massage. What do you want?" Yeah, and then luckily he was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go check out Boston the rest of the week," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm working a mile away from you the rest of the week," so we went to Wahlburgers.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's where that's from.
Yep. So he got the most fucked up like grilled cheese burger hamburger thing I've ever seen.
It looked really good.
Yeah. I was like, this looks pretty fucking American. We're gonna get some fried pickles, and he's just like, what? And I'm like, you're about to fucking find out. And of course, he housed it. Then we went to Hobby Bunker.
I still haven't been.
Dude, you got to go there. It's fucking sick.
Is that in Boston proper? How do you?
I thought it was north of.
Yeah, I think it's North Shore. I think is the proper terminology.
Yeah.
It's all fucking Boston. Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, that place is pretty fucked up with how much shit they have there. They had everything. He also found one of the last Gardens of Hecate Dave Taylor books.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So he was just like, "Oh, gotta buy that." And then he has Paul mentality where he's buying all this shit and he's just like, "Well, I'm losing money if I don't buy it here because it's so
true.
expensive in Australia."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, well,
I want that fucking new Anna, the vampire bat.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. I think
Oh,
it's
the
like 50 bucks, though.
Andrew May Meridian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we don't have that kind of money."
No, I do not have that money right now.
Yeah, me either. After this morning of my
Yeah.
boiler exploding. Yeah. So I mean, my probably favorite part was just like people coming through from crazy different walks of life and being like, "What you're doing is sick." And I think the best part about it is them going back and being like, "Okay, now we're gonna start a UK thing because we saw how you guys do it." Brandon and fucking
Jackson and
Yep, Jackson. Everyone making their own Australia Discord now, so running their own shit down there. I mean, that's
Instead
like
of asking you for their own channel on the Discord.
I was shit talking him for it because I was like, I could make a channel if you want, but I don't want to step on your toes if you're doing your own Discord. I was like, I just won't make a channel if 4 people are asking for it. And then we both were just like, stares angrily at Canada channel. Because those motherfuckers are just going to come down to us anyway. So,
Yeah.
deal with our channel.
I ain't going to fucking Canada. If I go to Canada, it's for a vacation.
Listen, if Rory can get cooler doom metal bands to play for ammo, I'll go.
That's a good. He just books chained.
That'd be very fucking funny. Yeah.
Paul's like, why the fuck am I going here?
No, but yeah, upping the stoke for everyone, and then them going back home and being like, all right, what can we do to add to this? Oh. That to me is like probably one of the best parts.
Mission
of the weekend.
accomplished.
Yeah. I mean, you guys said it in your closing statement. You're like, you saw everything we did. You go do it.
Go do it, please.
I would love to play in your event.
Yeah. I had a thought about you talking about like why Mordheim,
yeah.
and I'm not saying this against Mordheim. don't.
Paul's heart can't take
know.
anymore.
I'm just saying, like something like Forbidden Psalm that people don't do. Like there are no Forbidden Psalm events, probably because the rules are like
They're
even
so loosey goosey.
They're so loosey. There's nothing there to really like. Campaign play is like bullshit. Almost.
It's very reliant on the player too.
Exactly. You almost have to write your own thing if you're doing it, which is cool.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, not to interrupt you, but at the end of the day, these events that they're about the hobby and they're about narrative gaming.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you don't need like a crazy, you can do your own thing with something like Forbidden Psalm. People will show up and just play whatever game system.
Exactly. If you're like, hey, I'm doing a giant event, bring your own boards, like I don't know if it would have the same effect as like having a Mordheim event.
Right.
I would hope it would.
Right.
But like doing it at Ned's, if you were like, everyone has to pre-roll their warband, customize your guys and bring them, like no unpainted models, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
like that could be very sick.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like that's like, it's like you said, it could happen with these games, but I think because Mordheim is such a catch-all term right now.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before, but it's like it's almost like synonymous with saying like I'm into grimdark hobbying.
Yeah.
People kind of know what you're talking about. They're not thinking you're playing fucking Ultramarines with an oil wash.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
like,
funny because 40K doesn't even carry the Grimdark title anymore in my mind.
Right.
No, it doesn't. Sanitized.
Yeah, too much. Mordheim though carries that,
Which is
fucking
crazy
air.
because the 40K lore is like so crazy.
It's the most fucking
yeah.
grimdark it could possibly
But
be.
then here's these like all the everything that they play in the it's all like
art.
candy code.
Yeah.
Dark Age
Looks
of
like an
Sigmar,
almond
though?
joy.
Right.
Well, I was talking to Ian about like the history of just like the heavy metal style painting, and that's really just it's marketing. It's all it is it's there just to show like the features of the model.
Right.
And people that aren't maybe like artistically inclined but are they can paint well on like a technical level. they can recreate something that they see on
Painting
box
by
art.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they, that's not necessarily the best that a model will look.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
I'm surprised they just because they don't do the Blanchitsu stuff anymore in the
No.
White Dwarf.
No.
Like there's a market for it.
Right.
Like I just don't understand why they don't capitalize on like there being such a big diehard scene for
I think
it.
the problem in this is so I think why our event is successful. GW can't make money on people that are already I mean, they can, but they're probably not making as much money on people that are already in the scene than they would on a shiny new Ultramarine would be getting people.
Oh, I get that.
So something like Mordheim, where it's so community based now, where people are like, "Oh, I already make freak fucking minis. I can get into this game with the aesthetic that I like."
Yeah.
Like all like the resurgence of, or not resurgence, but like the popularity of Souls games.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Mike literally had a Souls like warband. There's so much crossover with like that aesthetic right now, where I don't think a GW new box product can really cash in on that.
Oh, I'm not even saying. I'm just saying from the because they don't even focus on it. Like they used to do White Dwarf, the Blanchitsu stuff, and they'd highlight people's warbands. They don't even do that anymore.
Right, but even that was still like what, a fucking 3-page thing, and
But that's sick
in 100
still.
right
Like, it's-
in 100-page fucking thing.
Yeah.
Advertisement.
yeah. So it's kind of like
Blanche is out. He's fucking out.
You know, they got to fucking sanitize their products now.
Yeah, it's not like they want to limit creativity because that's kind of like really cynical way to look at it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But this is like the first step to like look at that little thing that Terry made. It has one GW bit on it. That new
Right.
thing he's posting.
Yeah,
it's like
the
one
Nurgle,
GW bit and the rest of it's made of garbage. You know, it's like,
Right. Yeah, they're not fucking making money on floss containers and
Which is funny because all the old White Dwarfs and like how to build stuff. That's all that shit was.
Right.
Right.
I want to
Yeah.
kip ash this guy. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Half of it is GW.
Yep.
If that.
yeah, exactly. Were there any other behind the scenes shit from the weekend that you wanted to highlight?
Totally not panicking again. Just like the guy comes in with suitcases and bags, drops them, and like 30 seconds later, he's stuffing bags with Gabe and Greg and I over on the side. And it's just like the guy just jumps right in every
into
time.
work every time.
Can't help himself. You know, he's just
Project manager mode all the
he just
time.
contributed, man, and I
I've
really
really
appreciate
fucking
that.
mom.
That's it.
yeah,
Matt is Hivescum's mom. Yes.
yeah, that was awesome. And he's throwing his own bits in the welcome bag, which
Oh
was
my
fun.
god.
You know,
Yeah, those
It's
shields
cool.
Oh,
he
their
did.
shields were fucking awesome.
Yeah, that
that's
was
really
fucking
cool.
sick.
Are there any left? I think there's bags still at the studio.
I didn't even get any.
I didn't get any.
Oh, I have.
We have
bags.
welcome bags. I
Yeah.
didn't get a welcome
Yeah,
bag.
yeah,
So it's going to depend. Oh, actually, I think they all should have a Matt thing. They didn't
right,
all have a
cool.
Broheim sticker, but they should all have Matt. So
Yeah, I only had 80 Broheims. Yeah, sanctioned and sponsored by Broheim.
Right, with Broheim
Everybody.
approved.
There you go. Yeah, Matt just put in the fucking work always.
I mean, everyone. Even like Scottomancer driving up and being like, "I got prize support for
all
you."
right, hold on. We got to call Scott out for a second.
Fucking-
Motherfucker,
Oh
you can
my God.
confirm that you're coming to an event. You don't have to surprise us every event.
It's cool though. I really like
That
it.
is so sick.
From the first year I met him at Adepticon, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "You're just a random guy wearing a cool shirt of an obscure
and
thing
he's
that
just
I
like,
know."
yeah, man.
And then he shows up at the fucking room the next year, and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I remember you."
Yeah,
Yep.
he was sick.
Comes to fucking Grim Richmond.
He had his hands in every part of this.
Yeah.
thing, like,
And he's
from
always
beginning
just
to end.
painting. He's always just
Oh my
painting in the
God.
corner.
Fucking love that
Dude,
guy.
I got to get in on one of those HeroQuest games. They look so sick.
Dude, also, I mean, I kind of felt like an asshole at some point because we had Dungeons of Hope come out, and they're like a charity that makes their money through running HeroQuest games, but they're already like mid game. So Sunday when they came through, I was like, Scott, I don't want to be a guy like right now, but you're gonna have like a charity that is running HeroQuest right behind you because this is where like the table's gonna go. I'm sorry if like the vibes are weird or anything. And he was like, no, man, we're going to just join their game. And I'm like, the fucking,
The table was huge.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, this looks like way too many heroes for a party.
I think
you can
they
customize it?
combined games or something. I don't know.
I mean, why not? The game is hard as fuck.
Yeah.
You kind of like need more
you
people.
need to. And they also have some homebrew rules too, which, because my always complaint with that game is a monster will chase you. And if you could just get one guy on one side of the door and one guy on the other side of the door, monster comes out and you both just pummel it to death.
Yeah.
The monster AI kind of always follows the same way. I think he was
Just kite it.
Yeah, he was just talking about these rules to fucking bust into the room and kill, like totally changing it up and changing the whole thing. So I mean, he's
Yeah.
He's got that mindset regardless of the game we're playing.
I didn't get to meet the guys from Dungeon of Hope. How were
Rob, yeah, he rocks. I mean, he's a fucking Connecticut legend running that Dungeons and Hope games at every con.
they? Yeah. I wonder if
I
he
think
was
Paul
at that
talked
thing.
to
Yeah,
him.
I had met him at a video game thing.
Yeah.
When I just went over because I saw Kevin and Lucian were vending there. So I was like,
Yep.
all right, let me get the kids out of the house.
Yep.
And they were so cool. Where I was talking to those guys for like 15 minutes. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of vending,
Mad vendors.
well, yeah, we had 18 vendors, but our booth,
Oh, Mruck and Lucian.
Muck and
crushed
Lucian
it, dude.
literally saved the con because Steve and I would have been stuck behind the booth the whole weekend.
Yeah. You know what? I want to give a shout out. It's actually an anti shout out to the people that didn't pick up their merch orders. I'm actually mad at you.
Yeah,
Fuckers emailing me saying, I didn't pick it up.
If this thing goes bankrupt, that's why. It's because of you.
Because of you, motherfucker.
All right. I had another great moment too. Like speaking of those guys, like just like last year, it was like 6 a.m. I'm banging on the window and I look up and there's Kevin coming around the corner. First fucking guy there. You
Yep.
know, I was like,
Yep.
damn again.
Dude, he got a bunch of Magic commissions, I think, from the
He
weekend.
did.
Yeah.
Or
He's-
at least ideas to
Right,
do stuff,
right.
which, dude, the transmute artifact he did,
yeah.
it might be his best piece.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, you need to make sure everyone sees this.
Yeah. it's fucking
Right.
because his prices are so reasonable.
Right.
Like, what is it, like $3 or $5 a card?
I think so. And then, but for like his commissions, he'll just do whatever. I think he's doing a Feldegriff for
He
Grant.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
insane.
fucking insane.
I keep saying though, you got to do the dual lands. You got to do the stuff that everyone wants, and then you can charge.
Listen,
a
we
little
got
bit
we
more.
got to hype him up. We got to build him up. 'Cause
Everyone go buy
Pixel Keeper.
Pixel
Yeah.
Keeper. Fucking
Go bully
Magic
his
cards.
ass.
Go buy his art. He's the fucking boy.
he's been with us before we were Hivescom.
Homie number one right there.
That's it.
He didn't come to the first one though. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Kevin. Never mind.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Fuck you too.
I was invited by Terry too.
Oh, wow. He was
Wow,
invited
dude.
in.
Wow.
I was a young father.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
fair. That's fair.
I mean, Terry came out as a young father, so no excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
There was something else I wanted to shout out, but I'm totally fucking blanking on right now.
Was it all the vegan food options?
The bug burgers.
Yeah, it was the bug burgers, dude. I like how Oliver played into that.
Yeah,
where
he did.
everyone went up there like, so are these bugs? He's like, I'm catching them right now from behind the sink, you know? He goes, this one was crawling. You can still get it crawling if you want. I won't even charge you extra.
I ate
He
two
was
bug
happy,
burgers.
right?
You had
Oh,
two
yeah,
bug
he had a good
burgers?
time.
I ate 2 bug burgers.
Nice.
Just like last year, he's clamoring for the next one. You know.
Yeah.
Complains the whole time, and then on the last hour, he goes, "We're good."
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, he was funny.
Who was it? Who cleaned us out on the raffle there?
That was Pat Dean's stepbrother, Grayson.
He came
dude,
up
this-
all shy, and I'm like, dude, you get a copy of Bone Forest?
He puts it
couldn't
in
even
his hand.
hold
He's
it.
like, oh, yeah, it was his
What do
big-
I do with this?
Yeah.
The box is bigger than him.
Yeah, that was awesome.
You better fucking paint it.
I mean, shout out to Wiers for giving insane price support.
Yeah, we have not
Yeah.
stopped to talk about the Wire brothers driving up.
Yep.
Absolute legends.
The Vistarian, I was so bummed I missed the Vistarian stuff on Friday, so I'll just have to enjoy it on the blog once it goes live.
There's already at least one blog post from him.
You know,
Greg
how-
already
where
got
did
one
you
up.
miss- Oh, because we were
We were dropping shit off
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the venue. I see
yeah.
all the fucking
There's also,
professional
they also
lighting.
did some Vestarian stuff on, I think, Sun.
They
Dude,
did.
so I saw them like setting up when I walked by.
Yep.
And then I kind of went to the front and was talking to some people that I didn't get to see on Saturday. And I'm like still seeing them like moving stuff. And I'm like, dude, these fucking guys have been setting up for like an hour and a half. I walk over there and I'm like, you guys good? And they're like, yeah, what do you mean? And I looked down and I realized they were playing. It like didn't even dawn on me that they were playing a game.
We're here to hang out and game.
I was like, oh, my fucking bad. You guys are actually playing Necromunda right now.
Oh, one other thing to shout out. Dylan with the fucking photo.
That's
booth.
what him and
yeah.
Ian,
Ian's
Oh,
backdrop that he made.
Yep.
the Blood Moon.
Oh, yeah. And then the Blood
Dude,
Moon.
how perfect was that? And the amount of work that went into like the backdrop, Eric Wire taking photos,
Yeah.
Dylan setting it up, and just being like, yeah, no, this is just like what I do. I just want like people to enjoy it. And I'm like,
Nicest dude.
nicest dude. The fucking dude. I got the funniest video of Rye Guy getting tattooed when Azeragroth was playing. And every time Christy was asking, like, all right, where do you want to place it? He would smash the wind sample on his like Dungeon Synth track. It was just like, and I'm just seeing her in the background going, where do you want it? Just screaming because the tattoo studio or spot was right next to the speaker. So
Glad I
she's
got in
literally
there early.
tattooing in a wind tunnel.
Yeah, shout out Camby, Christy at Cambian, and Annalise at Knotted Swords.
Yep. I think they did over 20 pieces of Flash for the event.
I had a little Chaos Warrior helmet on
yeah.
my leg, yeah.
Seb got their very first tattoo.
Yep. Laying on chairs.
Evan
got one.
Cole got the same one as me.
Beautiful.
Fucking
That's
asshole.
beautiful.
He modeled it too.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What, did Chris get? Chris didn't
I think
get one.
Ian got the same one too.
Yeah?
Maggot Ian.
Okay. I
Which
thought he
helmet
got a
did you
different
get?
one.
It's like a horns.
On your
Well,
collar.
that doesn't tell me much.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, I don't know. It's surreal.
Yeah.
It happened. And I'm like, did it really? Like, did it go that swimmingly? Was it that cool?
That is like the number one thing that like I don't even know how to feel about it, but like you're there, you're doing work, like you're trying to make sure everything's going
And
good.
every single thing we were worried about, every like contingency, nothing like ended up happening.
No.
We were worried about like boards falling off tables or like
That
not
was a
having
legitimate
enough this
concern.
and nothing. We ended up having too many boards. Like we took
too
some
many
of our
people brought boards.
That
Yeah,
was the
more-
best thing to happen.
That was the best.
Oh yeah,
We
didn't
took
even
away
use a game
four
mat.
Yeah, we took away
boards.
Didn't have to use any mats and took down some of our lowest effort boards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because people brought enough. Yeah,
I was stoked to see too. Some of the flat boards from the first year got votes on the best board.
That's so
that
fun.
was like
Crazy.
That
Just
was so,
from
Wait,
your
wait,
terrain
wait.
setup.
How many
Yeah.
votes did my board get?
Oh,
you got the
yours-
paperwork
yours
right
had
here?
a few, yeah.
Did
Do
it?
Do you know what number it was?
I literally didn't look at it. The second I put it down, I don't care about this
it got boards,
monstrosity.
and it got a lot of comments too. Even got props from Mr. Broheim himself.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was beloved.
Listen, my vote
You
for the
got at least
weekend,
two. I think you're 25.
that's fine. 2, I'll take it.
which one am I?
Yeah, my favorite was Phil's.
Phil he wasn't 39, right?
No,
Because
that was what
39
we
didn't
said
get
on the
it.
podcast as
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah.
Then it was not 39.
You might have got 5 votes.
Let's
I think
go.
you're over here.
Paul would even let me see the fucking votes when he was doing it.
No, yeah.
Well, because you placed.
Yeah.
This fucking
So you had
bullshit.
to have known.
I didn't know.
Shout out Evan getting most kills,
Yeah, right.
Should have gotten a trophy.
winning nothing.
Oh, we didn't give him anything? Good.
What the fuck were we going to give him?
Yeah.
We didn't have anything.
Yeah, I think
Wait,
that's
did we
true.
give? No, we did. We gave him a coin. I thought we gave him one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Those Mordheim coins
Challenger
that we got.
coins?
Yeah, they came with a
Those
special,
are fucking fresh.
special.
Yeah, shout out to
Wolf
I don't know, remember. I think your name's John on Facebook. You definitely don't listen to this, but he hit me up when I posted the NEMO flyer for the whole event. He goes, "Oh, do you need prize support? I will send you these
Fucking hell yeah.
Luther Wolf Bomb
That's sick.
heroes."
Oh, you mean that Facebook group where nobody knew that we were even having an event?
Yeah, and then you know the other Mordheim group posted their event the day before our event.
I know. I wonder about that. You gotta wonder.
You know,
Oh,
it's crazy that they didn't see the flyer that I posted in that Mordheim
Right.
disc or Facebook group.
Interesting. Are you talking about our rivals?
They are a rival.
Yeah, our Italian friends.
Listen, you're talking about having a castle next year. We are too.
Yeah,
we got one of those.
Yeah.
We do have one.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
down the fucking street.
We
Might have been
heard
yours
some
at one
Italian spies talking in the event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Phil,
yeah.
Phil corrals
I
me.
clocked the Italians.
Phil was like, "There's people speaking Italian over there. I'm just letting you know." I'm like, "Oh, all right,
Yeah,
all
they're
right."
taking document. I don't see
Yeah.
any fucking metal bands at your your event. Where's your fucking $2 draft beers? I don't think so.
Yeah,
No, they got the homemade wine.
They'll have wine. Yeah, they'll have wine, and then some guy in a fucking bard
lute.
costume reading Shakespeare.
Listen, we pretty much had that.
Speaking of which,
Reading Elric over a Basilisk
Yeah,
is essentially
yeah.
the same thing.
did Sam Cupboard of Shame buy a round for everyone in the fucking bar?
I have no idea.
I think he did.
I mean, at $2 a beer, that's
Listen.
not that crazy.
No, he was like,
What a
"Yeah, I
guy.
bought a round for everyone," and I'm like,
What a lad. Top lad.
Dude, he was so sick.
I think I say it in the live episode, but yeah, I saw Ryan talking to some old ganger in the bar, and they were comparing
remember that.
tattoos.
Just got this one.
Yeah, I was like, all right. And then I saw him the next day, and he was like, I was like, oh, so are you initiated? Did you get in? And he's like, dude, he gave me this. And he's showing him like I forgot what it was. It was
Courtesy
like
card?
It was like a card. Yeah. And he's like, I'm fucking in. I'm like, oh my God.
Insane.
Yeah, dude. So many little pocket things kept happening that was just so funny because you would just walk from one side of the room to the other, and it was just a totally different vibe.
Yeah.
A totally different scene was happening. I don't know. It was crazy.
The chain shirt.
Yes.
That was fucking sick.
I tried to have it a fucking surprise for you.
It was a surprise. You guys are all acting like freaks about it.
It was supposed to be a total surprise.
What do you mean? It was a total. So all I knew was Chain was making a bolt thrower shirt. That is the only.
You
thing
weren't
I
even
knew.
supposed to know that. You weren't even supposed to know. I wanted it to be 100% surprise for you.
Well, listen,
because you had a surprise
and Paul
shirt for
dropped the
homies.
ball on
I
giving
didn't get
Annalise the art.
I gave it to Paul. He didn't give it to Annalise.
No, he did in the form of like a 40 by 40
I
pixel.
showed you the pictures later on. They were great quality. I don't know what the fuck he did.
I don't even think he sent her those photos.
That's my fucking problem. But I mean, it all worked out. In
She did a great
Chicopee,
job.
there is no law.
It's so true.
True.
Limited. I don't even
Limited.
think. I think we have like 4 left.
We'll count after this because we're in my car.
Yeah. Hell, straight up, dude.
Straight up, dude. Are there any last shout outs before people listen to the live bit?
I was gonna say maybe we could talk about what are your expectations for next year, but maybe that's next time. Maybe that's next time we get together.
No,
I've already voiced my concern, but I'm scared of it getting too big.
I think that we provide a space that doesn't allow it to branch in directions that do not coincide with our beliefs and how we are for gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's definitely a given. Or that's like a mandatory.
If
thing,
you read the flyer, if you read the buying your ticket thing and you still think, I'm going to come here and be a huge metagamer and not nice and I'm kind of just annoying.
I don't know if that would ever
I
happen.
even
with
just
Mordheim.
mean about literally too many people for it to be
I would say
manageable.
I would say
Manageable,
for
yeah.
that, it's like does the Mordheim event need to get bigger, or can that stay at 100 people? And
I don't
I
think it
don't.
matters.
I think it should never exceed 120.
yeah, I would say that would probably be the hard cap because we sold 100 tickets for Mordheim and we
88.
still had 80. Yeah, exactly. So
89, I think.
One guy showed up late.
Yeah.
okay, right. And then so we'll cap up Mordheim players at 120 because you could have come there and had just as great of a time.
Yeah.
You could have been playing Mordheim at the same time,
Right.
without being on that list.
Right,
So
right.
that's it, really. But it's
Which
like
I think
that-
ended up happening.
yeah.
Yeah. Because people came in also Sunday, never saw him before. And they were like, hey, what's this King of the Kit Bash thing? And I'm like, where did you come from?
Right.
People at the front desk being like, oh, I'm here to do the King of the Kit Bash. Do I need a pass? And I said, yeah. And they're like, oh, I have a weekend one. I'm like, okay, you're all set. And they're like, oh, cool, thanks. Like,
This is sick.
Okay.
Why didn't you come for the whole thing? No, I kind of agree where it's like, I don't want it to get so big that we lose the community.
yeah.
Because if we get more than 120, I'll never fucking talk to anyone.
No.
Like, I'll see 60 of you. Or just do like handshakes, hello, hi, and then just walk away. But, excuse me. I think if we keep all the extra stuff that we're into still part of it, it can still be a bigger con.
Yeah.
That's why I was pushing so hard for it to be like Under the Dice Fest.
Yeah.
And not just like the NEMO event.
That was the best. That was the best thing we could have done.
So that way we can just do like Sunday could be another weird thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen, Magic, the fucking Flames Championship, the King of the Kit Bash,
right. If
MCP.
we can pass off these events to people that are stoked on it, and it can be under the one umbrella, and it doesn't have to be one, our responsibility.
Yeah.
But two, it can still be this thing that can flourish in itself under the banner of everything we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody run a sci-fi skirmish.
Yeah.
It's and I think that's like the beauty of it, like getting others involved. Like the idea of us doing it and then like New England War Council stepping up and it's like, all right, we're gonna do like
Right, yeah. Someone being stoked on running
Ian wants to run some sci-fi game.
right, or fucking an OPR tournament on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Brother.
Yeah, some shit like that
Oh.
where everyone can still be stoked on the weekend.
Yes.
Because that was also the thing. Dude, I brought every painted warband I have, all 4 of them, and was like, all right, I'm playing Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game Battle Companies with Andrew. I'm playing Last War with Andrew and other people. Like, we're doing this. I brought everything, and then Sunday, I just literally never opened the box.
And that's like the challenge of 2 days.
Yeah.
Like, because you want chill time in there.
Yep.
Like, because you have to account for every hour I'm playing games.
Right.
An hour of chilling is in there.
Yep.
Like, of like where I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you almost have to do 3 days, but like that's where like the price becomes a problem because
And that's also the thing too. It's like the more we, because everyone kept asking, they're like, "So, what crazy thing are you doing next year?" And then everyone's joking, like, "Oh, we're gonna get into pit bike jousting, or we're gonna get into fucking
that sounds pretty
yeah,
sick.
like whatever weird shit we're into next year, we're gonna tie it in." But it was like, where's the cap of what we could actually do under Mordheim, like under NEMO? Okay, well, keep it there. What's the cap of this? We'll keep that there. It's still wanting to have other people under our not control, but other people like taking arms up to do these things, so everyone can play in everyone's events.
So it's not on one person to run everything.
Right. Yeah. I would love to sit and chat with everyone.
Everyone gets a chance to sit at a table and,
Exactly.
and roll some dice.
It would be nice. Like, my dream for next year would be we get the fucking Castle of Knights. It's expensive, but I think it's like very reasonable.
I think it's reasonable. I think for sure we could, because that was a thing. We all were joking. I was like, I want to blow the doors off this place this year.
Yeah,
I want it. Yeah, I want it to be against fire code. That way we know.
That fire code is pretty tall.
All right, firefighter. I understand, but I'm saying we need.
It's right on the door, buddy. 325.
We want to make sure that we can safely have an event bigger next year.
Like, I think if this was to grow any more, that hall is not suitable.
As much as I am nostalgic for it at this point, I agree.
The room is perfect. The arched ceilings.
Yeah,
The lighting is so bad. And
he was talking about literally the day before when we were setting up tables. They were talking about getting like new lights, like replacing the chandeliers.
I forgot who else. I think it was Eric's Hobby Workshop. I was like, because he was oil washing fucking buildings the night before. And I was like, dude, don't worry. The lighting in there is so bad. Your board's gonna look great. Everything's gonna be fine.
That's awesome. So like a bigger place was probably for sure in the cards.
And I think it's like not 3 days, but maybe next year we'll have a little bit more room down at the space. Maybe we could get something going on down there for those on the inn.
I think the 2-day thing is totally fine as long as it runs. I mean, look at the first one we did at Dracula.
Yeah,
we had 12 people.
No, it was 28.
No. At the Magic?
Yep.
Magic?
There was 28 people in that
So we had
room.
28 people for 2 events. Magic and Kit Bash. That was it.
Yeah.
That was all we did. And then every year it's literally doubled in size for everything we've done. I want to say we're a well-oiled machine at this point.
Hey, there's always room for improvements, buddy.
There's definitely room for improvement, but I think for sure next year a bigger venue would go fine.
The one thing that I always get hung up on, and this is just me shit talking at this point, is where the fuck are the game stores? Not a single one wants to fucking step up. Everyone's just fucking like, they all talk about community, building these communities. It's like,
well, because those fucking game stores want a community under their banner.
I don't think they understand though, by like joining the fold, you grow your numbers.
How many people are there within driving distance of like any of those places that they could have picked up and had a customer?
Literally.
How many people
running something in their place?
How many people messaged me and was like, "Hey, I'm running the battle standards beforehand. Are we meeting there?" It's like, no, you can come to the studio.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not going there.
Yeah, I mean that unfortunately was so disappointing to see this year how little support we had from different stores. I think the problem though is that this is not a money thing for us.
Yeah,
and it would have to be for them.
But do you not understand? Like, not you, but like, do these stores not understand? Like, if you sponsor, you get a vendor booth, and then you can sell your fucking shit, and like,
yeah, I mean,
like you'll make fucking money.
It'll be interesting to see when we get to a certain size where it's worthy enough for a store.
Yeah, well,
right. The one guy who was there selling models. Absolutely,
he
cleaned
fucking
up.
crushed it, dude.
He absolutely.
Are you
cleaned
talking
up.
about?
I don't think he
Monkey,
had a
Berserker
store, though.
Monkey.
Wasn't it just
Yeah,
a guy
Evil
selling
Dave.
his
Evil
shit?
Dave. Yeah. He was like $50. Come on, I'm bringing all this old metal. I was like, I think you're in the right place for that.
Yeah.
And he was happy.
Yeah, dude, fucking cleaned up. I bet.
Yeah, no, and he doesn't run a store. He's just a chiller
A
at
reseller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then look at the fucking 3D print kid. He probably made fucking money.
Oh yeah, and I think he had like a great time at like talking to people too. Like he had his setup this year was pretty much the same, but he had a thing on the side for like what people want to bring
what do you
next
want
year.
next year?
Oh, so cool, and everybody's really
well,
digging
businessman.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, I mean, shout out anyone that's been adjacent to the scene and just selling shit and doing shit with us the whole time too.
Yeah, that's what matters to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you've worked with us or just been down for what we're doing, like that goes so far. You don't even have to be involved.
Salty Slug Joe.
Dude,
Grimdark 9 Joe.
number one homie.
That's it. With us when we were fucking 20 people in the room and still with us now. So, part of the council now.
Yeah.
Any closing words, gentlemen?
No. Nope.
Tomas out.
Now we're here. We've made it.
We're live.
We're live.
Hello.
Hi, Steve. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good, Gage. How are you?
I'm great. I'm very tired. I'm No Clear Coat. This is Hive Scum Podcast. Welcome to the Grim and Gritty Podcast for the 28 community. We're live at NEMO 24.
Hello, I'm Steve. At South of Heaven.
To my right,
My name's Cole at Colesifer_28.
why are you scared sounding?
I lost my voice.
You gotta turn him up a little bit. Turn him up a little
Oh,
bit.
he's up. He's up. And to my left,
To my right.
the most handsome gentleman in the room.
With the best accent.
Well,
Actually, I heard a better accent.
yeah, that's
earlier.
true.
Hi, everyone. My name's Chuck. I'm the actor that Terry played to be here on his behalf.
Wonderful. And where can they find you, Chuck?
You can find me on any Actors Guild promo reel or on IMDb.
Chuck, what's your Instagram?
Chuck, who the fuck are you really? God damn it.
I'm covered in shame. Hello, lads.
Hello, Governor.
Coming over from jolly old England just to listen to a little bit of hardcore and see all your little toy sounds.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much for coming, Sam. Thank you,
Legend.
Cole.
Legend.
Thank you, everyone that I'm looking at in this, once again, American Legion. We had... what was the final number yesterday, Steve, for the Mordheim Open?
For attendees.
Yeah.
For New England Mordheim Open live at Under the Dice Fest 24.
Yes.
The final count of players for Mordheim was 89.
89
We lost
players.
11 players of the day.
Yep.
Which is fine. You
It's
got to
so
account for
sad that what happened to
10%.
them. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
were
are
just
dead. They're
critical-
fucking dead. That's the only reason they couldn't
critical
make it.
fails on the way when they tripped out the door.
Yeah,
scared
yeah,
Done.
Yeah.
Because only a fool would buy a ticket to this event that is sold out.
Yeah.
And then not show
Not
You
like
must
there's-
have died.
I mean, the weather yesterday was perfect.
Perfect. Not so much today.
Not so much today. I'm watching snow come down.
every time I come here. Every
Yeah,
time.
it's just for you. Listeners, we all lost our voice yesterday.
Sorry.
Maybe not Sam with this fucking IMDb B-roll happening right now. A-roll at this point. But yeah, we had the Mordheim Open. We had 3 rounds of that. We had a raffle. Steve was making announcements the whole time. Immediately after that, we had 5 bands play. We had Basilisk. We had Azeragroth play.
Sick.
We had Unsheathed Glory, their first ever show.
Legend.
Oh,
Absolute top lad.
Insane, right? Yeah.
Gnarly.
Ridiculous. Yeah. His dad was doing merch, and he's like, "Thank you so much for having him here." And I'm like, "I found him on Bandcamp, and I just wanted that
He
booking was
lives
for
nearby.
me."
He's
I know.
not far.
No, we're doing stuff in the future. Don't worry.
Oh.
And then, of course, we had the homies, Somber Arcane, and then the big secret special guest, which everyone
It wasn't
knew,
a secret.
Chained to the Bottom of the Ocean.
Dude, Change was sick. I've never seen them live.
They're very fun. They're
They
very
even
cool.
did a very cool shirt.
They did. You're wearing it. The
I'm
end of the
wearing
dice
it
chained
right now.
in
There's a
Chicopee.
collab.
There is no law. Bolt thrower rip.
Realm of Chaos.
Yeah, you can't ever get it again.
Nope.
So
There's some available right now, but
yeah,
not
come
for
here
long.
right this second.
Honestly, any that don't sell, I'm going to keep for myself.
Yeah. Yes. So normally we would do what we've been working on, but obviously no one wants to hear that right now. Cole, how was the event? How's your trip been?
We're only at the halfway point, by the way.
Oh, I know,
We're,
I know.
We're bright and early of the second day.
Second day right now.
Trip's always good out here. God damn my voice.
You're
Can you get it in post?
yeah. Well, you could definitely be closer. Feel free to adjust the mic if you want.
Down here. Oh, hey,
Yeah. Hello, Roy. Rap Boy Roy is walking by right now. He will be on shortly.
Trip out here is always good. This is my 3rd time in the last 2 years driving out here.
Yes.
Always a good time. You guys continue to blow me away with the level of excitement that you build, online, leading up to the event itself. But the event itself was really good. That's probably the best I've ever played. And
Yeah.
there was
How'd you do?
3-0.
3-0, baby.
3-0.
You were 3-0 and you didn't win a fucking trophy? Oh, you must have lost a lot of guys there in the last round.
Last round was brutal. Yeah, I played against Eric Hobby Workshop. Not Alex Hobby Workshop.
Yep.
Sorry, bro. first day didn't go so smooth. No, I played really well. Met some cool people. The level of community involvement with like the boards, it's crazy. It feels like we're just in the city of Mordheim. It's very cool.
The my shout out my mom and my stepdad came through. She was like, all of these boards are beautiful, but you could use some color. I said,
come on.
Not in Mordheim. Not in Mordheim. That's not how it works.
That's such a great mum comment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, at least your mom showed up.
Shots fired.
These boards,
My mom listens to this, so she's going to hear that.
these boards need some color, and also you need a sit down and an orange juice for you.
Yes. Have you drink water today?
I pounded a hydration packet earlier today.
Yeah, shout out Dirty
Water?
Dylan for bringing a shit ton of water for the second day, because there's way too much Coke Zero.
I didn't see a single water yesterday.
It was
I think the
fucked
first.
up.
I think the first water I saw was during the chain show, and it was mostly to like blow up in the air.
Yeah, Jesse just spitting it everywhere.
I was just like, that water looks really nice.
Spit that in my mouth.
So, Cole, you've joined us many, many times, but Sam, I mean, you've been to the States. This isn't your first time.
Yes, America, blue jeans, Coca-Cola. I like visit. Yes.
Listen, there were Italians here yesterday, and we asked if they were spies from Mordheim, Italia.
And what answer did they give you?
They just started speaking Italian and looking at me confused, and I said, okay, yeah,
That's
sure.
such a Euro flex.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
going to tell you right there.
They make an announcement. Biggest Mordheim event coming.
Yeah, they
They had to send
real
some spies
convenient.
out.
They made that announcement the day before our event. you know?
How do you guys feel about that? You put together arguably the largest Mordheim event in the last 25 years, and then they're like, we have Castle.
I have to just say it's probably based on pure ignorance.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, we're fucking...
We're in America.
Yeah, we're on the other side of the world, so, I mean... But honestly, the beef is strong, to answer your question.
I will go to Italy for their event.
Throw down. You
They're
should.
coming
Yeah.
to Italy.
Yeah.
You heard
I
it
will
here.
go to Italy. Like,
That'd be
there's
sick.
literally nothing stopping me from doing that. So I
Yeah.
will come.
A suit made of old glories.
Someone invite
yeah.
me to Italy.
Not like a
Italy.
major surgery or anything happening anytime soon.
I'll be good by then. It's 2025.
Honestly,
Yeah,
it would
okay.
only add to the effect.
Yeah,
if you just
for
like
sure.
iron-sided your way in there.
I will
just
say-
up those castle steps.
They are their event is supposedly in a castle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a one-up. We could
I
have been
mean,
in the
we're,
American
we're
Legion.
in a city of the damned.
We could have been in the American Legion that has the fake castle battlements on it.
Maybe next year we'll do that because that is a way bigger room and
Yeah.
it probably would suit our needs.
You know. So Sam, you were telling me. Well, first of all, how did you do yesterday? How was it?
Not as well as Cole.
Yeah.
1-1, drew 1, lost 1. And the draw was really just with the fantastic Jeff. Jeff,
Yeah.
Egan, told me his whole name when I first met him, shook his hand, real stand-up
That's
guy.
class.
Stand-up guy. We
Class
played
act.
4 rounds, everyone had toughness 4.
Yep.
And we were just like, should we just call this a draw by the end of the day? He was like, yeah. It was good. It was. I thought everyone was super friendly. In the spirit of it was the main thing. The
Yeah.
boards, like you said, are just worth the trip alone. To see this much built and hobbied for an event like this blew my fucking mind. Sorry, I just got
Now
on there.
you, I know we know some of the same people from where you're from. Have they been keeping up with their games? Have they been playing?
Oh no, I'll be having words with them on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I imagine you will.
In my role as cultural attaché alongside John, I'll be heading back.
You know,
so-
the Dungeon Bunks boys need to
Now,
step it up a little
Listen
bit.
here, fellas. We're being made to look rather silly by these American lads. They're putting in a lot of effort. It's that can-do attitude.
They're going to roll up their silk
Listen,
stockings.
Connor,
and
Mark, I know you don't listen to this. Paula, if you hear this,
Oh,
you should have been here
Yeah. Yep.
Next year.
next year.
I'm going to push for the jolly old England Mordheim Invitational.
Maybe just pick a different game.
The J-O.
The Jemmy.
The
don't stick with just the JO. You're going to need to add more onto that.
I kind of like
Otherwise-
it. It's got a ring to it.
Otherwise, you're going to have more attendees than you know what to do with. You've only got so many hands.
True.
I got attendees right here for you, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I loved it. The people were great. Seeing all those boards was just blew my mind, and also the war bands at the end of the day. I thought that was a real nice touch.
Those
just having
were
everyone
insane.
rack them up, and you just like I'm constantly blown away by how creative people are and how strong they are at different bits of the hobby, whether it's building, the storytelling, or the painting. It's a hobby with 3 sides. Right?
I don't remember who I was talking to about it. One of the guys from Adepticon, not Bill, he was saying that that is like, to him, that is the most important part of Mordheim, is the aspect of the game that was never in the rule book. It's the boards, it's the story you're telling with your warband. And he's like, today, he's like, this made my year. I'm like, bro, we're only a month in.
It's so crazy, too, because I saw people posting on the Facebook, obviously, right after the event. And just people, because I don't think of it as a narrative event, really.
Yeah.
Because we're not giving you a narrative. We're just giving you a map to play with, which I didn't think anyone was going to use the rules for the map.
Yeah.
And
well, listen, people couldn't even read their own player sheets for their numbers, so
you know, follow simple instructions.
Yeah.
But people said that the narrative was just crafted through the map that they used. Just having the map available to look at created such a great atmosphere for their games. And I think that's great that people took that step. Like, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
The narrative play, and like people are just taking it upon themselves, which I would assume anyone playing a 20-year-old dead game is probably
should be doing anyway. Yeah.
And because so much of the hobby is solo, right? You do it sat at home in your hobby room. That to like have your first experiences of something like this be positive, community focused, and also like, you know, it just looks fucking amazing to see other people's stuff arranged on the boards.
Yeah.
Every scene is like a shot from a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny. I think we've talked about this before. Have we talked about this? Where that this hobby is almost a solo sport.
Yeah.
The community multiplayer thing only comes into when you actually are hanging out. But 90% of this hobby is solo.
Alone at the desk, waiting for someone to look at your small toys and
Please
say,
play with
"That
me."
was cool."
Well, but that for me as well. The other half of the thing was just hanging out before the event, because like everyone just like getting in, opening up their bags, getting to look at everyone's toys and just nerd out. It doesn't matter whether it's Mordheim, whether it's Vasterian stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Things you've only ever seen on, you know, on someone's feed or posted on Discord in the flesh. It's so
the Vestarian, especially, I mean, to our behind everyone else, but totally not Matt is setting up all of his insane 1x1s that he brought out here.
Bill Ford's church is here.
Yep, Bill Ford's church is
I
here.
played on Bill Ford's church on Friday night
Yep.
with both Wyers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay, so when I came back, I saw the church out, and they were taking the enemy were taking pictures, and I was like, damn, who actually got to play? I wanted to get in there. Beautiful, hell yeah.
We might have to get me and you should go play on the board.
Yeah, and break it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Bill's board
Because
broke
Greg
so
Wire-
many models
Well,
yesterday.
that too, yeah.
Bill's board kills models.
Bill's board
Yeah.
kills models. Shout out Bill Ford.
This board kills models. That's a shirt.
But yeah, Greg Wire was giving out stickers that he made.
Wait, he has stickers?
He has stickers of Calvin pissing on Hive Scum, and it says Dragged into Turbos.
What a fucking
I
jerk.
can't believe he would do that. But, you
Where
know,
can I find one of these stickers? Just
You know, he's a really not nice guy, and he put it on the under the dice merch table as a
my
bit,
gosh,
and it's not
as a
cool.
bit, and it's free to take.
I actually saw him give one to Gage's mum on the way out.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that was the real.
Probably. He probably got her number, too.
He's not going to call her.
That's the
messed
worst
up.
part. Greg, why?
He promised her a medium-priced lobster dinner as well. I heard it.
I kept saying to Greg, like, you got to defend your championship for Flames today.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
World
doing that
tournament
today, right?
World tournament, 2 p.m.
Beautiful. Just some shout outs of like the server and the community right now. Sprite Kid is here.
No
my
way.
boy.
Is he here?
He's right behind. He's
Literally right there.
He's jogging down the aisle, dude. Banway, shout out Banway. I can see him. We'll get him on in a little bit. He was playing in this pod, and the kid is making him laugh. He's cracking up. He's screaming. And then I walk over and I just whisper in his ear, and I'm like, "That's Sprite Kid," and he loses it.
You know, if only Terry could be here to play his arch nemesis.
I know. Shout out Terry. You're
Shout out
editing
Terry.
this right now. Who else can we shout out that's within eyeshot right now?
Trey.
We have Trey.
Trey and Ryan showing up.
Yep, Basilisk opened up last night. Ryan. Pizza Guy Rye. Dude, I saw him in the bar last night.
Who's Pizza Guy Rye?
That's Rye Guy. He's showing tats off to an old ganger in the bar, and they're comparing tats. And
He's comparing his brand new Mordheim tattoo.
yeah, and this guy in full fucking leathers is talking to him, and he just puts his hand out on the table. He goes, "You can call me Pizza Guy Rye."
I think you should shout out the V&A guys, actually.
Yeah.
Cheapest round I've ever bought in America. So many polite questions.
Yeah,
about
you're at a
who the-
VFW hall in Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Who the hell are you? Why the hell are you here? What are all those toys next door about?
Dude. Can you imagine? I mean, It's hard because, like, someone has to be so removed, right, for you to have that reaction of, like, a grandma coming in with a crazy accent and being like, I'm here for a knitting convention. Or, like, for us to be like, oh, what the fuck? But, like, we have friends that are
That makes
touring.
more sense.
Yeah, I mean, we have friends that are touring. We do weird shit all across the country and the world, so it's not so weird to us. But this guy's coming to this bar every single Friday for the last
mate.
20 years and sees you walking through the door.
Can I get an alcoholic apple juice? Hello.
Oh my god!
It was killer, and they were just like, "Is that like Dungeons and Dragons?" And I was like, "Do you know what? It fucking is."
Just like it.
Just like it.
You
I see.
would love it.
Yo, shout out Lucian and Ruck, because we literally wouldn't have been able to do any merch orders, or it would have been us only doing merch and not doing a single other
nothing
thing all
else.
day.
Mruck also immediately calling us out, saying, because Mruck has done merch for bigger bands and fests, and he goes, "Yo, you motherfuckers have more merch than Hatebreed. You need to relax."
Well, it's the live double album
Yeah,
on
but it's like-
vinyl, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Really,
It's like having 3 bands, though. He did it for 3 bands, essentially.
yeah. Who else is an eyesight we can shout out? We got Blood Transfusion right here, eating a burrito
Yo,
next
shout-
to the
get on the
pod.
mic, get on the mic,
Shout
get on
out,
the mic.
Yeah, shout out Phil.
Shout out to Oliver and his burritos.
Yeah, true.
Oh, true.
There's
Oliver feeding the troops.
Wyrdstone is walking by. I think I know that guy. Who else we got? Andrew Hobby Dungeons here. We got all the fucking celebs. This is awful content, but you know we're shouting people out.
No YouTubers. I don't see a single YouTuber yet.
I-
Oh,
Thank
J3,
goodness.
my motherfucking boy, right
Let's
here.
go.
J3, TJ.
He's just,
He's just sauntering over.
Ecclesiarchy
Yo, what's up, boy?
J3,
Say
walk
something
on
in the
through.
mic. Say something.
Yeah, real quick.
Don't be rude.
Be grimy, be real slimy. It's that time of the year, boy. Get that NEMO going, baby.
we'll get you boys on later. Don't worry.
He's like, please, no.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
There he is.
Yeah, there's
Bandway. The
Bandway.
bandway.
You want to hop
Say
in?
something.
Who's hopping in?
Scan on, fellas.
Here, actually, you can have my spot.
Yeah,
We'll have 2
take your
accents in the
spot.
pod.
Yeah,
Scanner.
How are we doing? Introduce yourself, please, to the listeners. Yourself.
I'm Brandon.
You also, I have to say it. Feel free to adjust the mic to get it a little closer. Get in there.
Get it up to me.
There you
now.
go. Use our Warhammer Vision stand as a.
Heck yeah.
There you go. Perfect.
Man.
So, who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Brandon. Bandway on the Discord. I'm the Aussie madman.
Wait, you're the Aussie?
Yeah, man.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
The amount of people that were like, "Are you the Australian guy?" I was like,
No, he's not. Where's his-
Brits and Aussies, right?
yeah. So, how is it?
It's awesome.
How are we doing? Are you all right? You
Pretty
okay?
good. Feeling tired today. I
Yes.
was up late last night.
Yes, you were.
Planning a Mordheim board. 'Cause now I want to bring it back to Australia. Bring more of it into Australia.
Dude, that is
Sick.
the best thing you could have said. Thank you.
I was really hoping one of us would win one of Bill Ford's boards, and then just have to just
Struggle to bring it back
just, like,
home.
walk through the airport with it like Atlas, you know, on your head.
I almost considered it, but then I was like, I'm already running out of space, and I've got a second bag to bring back with me. But I was
Yes.
like, I'll let someone else win it.
Yeah, the less you have to
Make-
explain to TSA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they asked on the way in. They were like, "So what's your intention for visiting America?" And I was like, "So I'm gonna go play Warhammer, Mordheim specifically." And they're like,
Jesus
"What?"
Christ, let him go.
I went, little plastic war dollies, and they're like,
Sure.
and are you bringing money? I was like, "Yeah, of course. I'm spending heaps." And they're like, "Okay, go."
yeah.
I was like, "Sweet, thanks, bye."
Yeah, that's all they care about, to tax you. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? You don't have tax?
Oh, we have tax, but
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Am I learning something?
They got to
now?
catch you first.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get caught.
There you go.
It's
There you
really
go.
yeah, no, it seems far less worse in Australia than it is over here.
Yeah, oh, it's abrasive.
Yeah.
So how did you do yesterday? How were your games?
1 and 3, 1 and 2.
Okay,
1 and 2.
okay.
Won the first one.
how were your opponents?
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Awesome. Everyone here is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like awesome to play against and just super chill.
So first round, I'm glad you're on first right now, Cole. We thought we had another sling spam fiasco.
Oh man.
But Cole was like, no.
No, that was.
They're just a Skaven player. It's okay. We
No,
don't
that's,
have to beat their ass in the parking lot.
No, that's the first game I played was Noel. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
He was just getting into Mordheim, and he brought Skaven, which I was like not looking forward towards.
Yeah.
Last year I had a bad experience.
Kimmy Zerg.
What's that?
I was just informed by our eye in the sky that was Kimmy Zerg was your first opponent.
Oh, you mean
on the Discord?
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, just good game. He played Skaven. He was casting spells. Oh, thank you. Good game. But game against Skaven. No ill feelings. Solid homie.
Yeah.
He's cruising around today. I'm gonna try to get another game in with him.
Yeah. He sought me out and he was just like, "Hey, I brought a board game if you just want to play." I was like, "Yeah, all right, sure.
Yeah.
If I have time, I would love to."
That's what I love. This whole event is it's the principle of attraction, not promotion.
Yes.
Everybody's so cordial to each other. I'm Cole, by the way.
There you go. Look at that.
Kind of shit.
Yeah. It's great.
And it's like something cool's going on, you go over and do it.
Right.
And then something cool's going on over there, you go do that.
Right.
There's no one. I mean, I don't know. Rule of cool.
Yeah.
I'm still running on very little sleep.
Oh no! Don't worry. Terry will make us all sound perfect.
I'm with you, Cole. It's the spirit of the thing.
Yeah.
It's like it self-assembles around. Like the pickup game of Flames yesterday evening. Just people wanting to drive those robots around. Feel real cool for a hot second.
I was laughing. There was a 10-person Flames game at one point, and I walked over and I'm like, "Hey, Chained is about to start. You're definitely not going to be able to hear anything once they start."
We just switched to NATO hand signals, and we just got through those last 17 rounds.
There was a Hero Quest game still happening through all of Chained set, which is just so funny to me.
I mean, that's brutal. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's real sicko behavior, and I love it.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said though, everyone here no one is trying to sell you on anything. Everyone here is just like, I'm stoked to be here. You're stoked to be here. Let's talk about the thing we're stoked about.
Or here's a cool thing I brought from home that I've been wanting to play for the last 3 years.
Right, dude. You brought me fucking Jamie Dodgers. Someone brought me Jamie Dodgers. Did you?
I think that was John the other.
That was John the other.
Shout
Brit?
out to John because
what did you? No, you fucking brought us. Okay, you brought us the sculpted corpse collector for the studio.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. I'm gonna run that at New England Dungeon Siege.
Oh, sick.
So it'll be at another fest.
I just felt self-conscious because I don't think my painting's that grimdark, and I don't do much kit bashing. So I was like,
listen, you see the lighting in here right now? It's fucking peak lighting, and this is what we have.
Makes everything look good.
Everything looks great in here. An oil wash goes a long way when you can't see 6 feet in front of you.
Well, I just wanted to bring something that I thought would capture the spirit of that in a game that I thought you'd play. But yeah, my fanboy yesterday was having my minis photographed like they were in an
dude. Yeah, Dirty Dylan brought this insane setup. I got to figure out what he actually does. He's like some lighting guy for some...
It's a full cart. It's mad.
Something, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think he's going to bring... So he's got a cart with a bunch of lights on it, and I think IPT Ian made the thing. The
display.
Display that you can take your photos of warbands on. But he's going to move it on the cart to behind boards today to photograph people's boards.
That's
honestly cool. The only thing that I would add in addition to that is the Brian Ansell style get a photo of your army, one arm on the table with a sleeveless black
t-shirt. It can happen. It can happen.
We've got to do it.
Yeah. Go get a Hive Scrum shirt right now. We'll rip the sleeves off just for you. I'm not going to deface that one. That's a nice hoodie.
That's the plan with one of my Hive Scrum shirts anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. Grab two. So what are you guys doing today? Anything? It's free play / whatever else crazy shit shows up.
I'm probably going to do King of the Kid Bash.
Yeah.
And just play some pickup games. I want to play Flames because I know Steve's been working on it real hard, and I've got a pocket full of mechs right now. Yeah. Jingling around like dad change.
Yeah.
So I got to do something with that.
Nice. I'm jamming some Commander.
Yeah. You literally hopped out of a game to come record right now. Yeah. You were up against Sprite Kid. We were talking about it.
Oh, man.
The legend of Sprite Kid.
I couldn't do it.
I saw you
just scoop.
I saw you so red in the face, just laughing your ass off, and I was like, I got to tell him.
It was dreadful. Dang dinosaurs.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, dude. Mono green beatdown. What are you doing today, Sam?
Trying not to get snowed in before I have to do a 3-hour drive to an airport. But I think I might just start some beef so that next year there's some stuff to really get. Just slap Evan on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Just like, do you know what I fucking hate?
Yeah.
Beards.
Yeah, slap him. I support that.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'll jump in with it. I don't know about the snow, but it's cool. I've never seen snow.
You've never seen snow?
Not real snow.
Oh, dude,
Bless your heart.
Yeah.
we got to go make a snow angel in a little bit. I'm seeing it fucking still.
It's
going
still
crazy.
going out there. It's cold.
It wasn't even
Man, it's
supposed
cold.
to snow. It was supposed to be 70 degrees yesterday, which doesn't mean anything to
Just
you.
America continuing to surprise and delight us.
Yeah, you know. Well, that's New England. We're special.
Mad special.
Beautiful. Well, I'll probably wrap this up and we'll grab other people. But
Sounds good.
thank you, boys.
Thank you.
very much.
Thanks, Gage.
Thanks for hosting it.
All right, we're back again.
Hello.
We're back.
Goodbye.
After a battery fiasco in the recorder. We don't have a charging wire.
Did it
so-
cut off like while you're recording?
No,
Oh, okay.
but we couldn't start it because it was low battery. Phil's
Okay.
here.
I'm here.
Steve's eating a burger.
Well,
And we're joined by Paul from Chain to the Bottom of the Ocean.
Welcome.
Good evening.
How are you, Paul?
I'm doing well.
How is this event for you?
I've had a bit of a time.
You've had a bit of a time, that's for sure. How was your set yesterday?
I don't know.
I think you played it very well.
I think it was wonderful.
It sounded very good.
I think it was great. People were ecstatic to
Wait,
see
who
you.
are you? Who are you?
He's Paul. He's
Paul
the
who?
guitarist
I
of
was
Chain to the Bottom of the Ocean.
There you go.
I was introduced.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was. I think you were looking at your phone or your cheeseburger.
I was looking at my cheeseburger.
Yeah, Paul, so you are a homie. Your band has graciously let us use all of your music for everything that we do. Royalty free.
I'm hoping that continues.
Yeah, I would love to.
Maybe we could update the intro of the podcast with a new song. With another unreleased song.
I don't know.
maybe the Patreon episode.
I didn't mean it
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I didn't mean it like that. Sorry.
We are starting to upload to YouTube. I'm getting flagged all the time.
Are you actually?
Chain to
Yes.
the Bottom of the Ocean.
That's weird.
DCMAs.
I don't understand why that would
Yeah,
happen.
you have 30 days to dispute them. So if you want to ruin our YouTube channel, you may.
Wait, is that all it takes? They just if he doesn't say anything within 30 days, it's fine.
YouTube sends me a thing that says it's flagged, and if
So it puts it on the artist to make the dispute.
yes,
I wonder
Okay.
where that's going because I don't get any of that information. Like, are they emailing somebody?
yeah, maybe. Who
Yeah,
knows?
the label, you know.
yeah.
It's me. Like, what does that mean?
So yeah, you played yesterday. You headlined
It's a word.
A sold out show.
a sold out show.
Some might say.
I had you guys play 2 hours later than you requested.
It was bedtime.
It was bedtime,
Bedtime.
for Paul for
It
sure.
was certainly bedtime for Paul.
But yeah, I think your set was great. People were stoked. A guy from England.
He was so
Brothers-
nice. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
Is he still here?
Is that
He's
Shane?
still very here. No, dude, I fucking butcher his thing every time I
John,
introduce him.
Brothers of Robert
Oh yeah,
Street.
John.
Yes. Robert
Brother
Street.
John.
I always want to say it's Saint Rothberg.
No, Brothers of Robert Street. I don't know where he's Scottish. I
Yeah.
think he said he doesn't live in Scotland anymore, but he's
Correct.
originally from
I
Scotland.
think he's
he
a
has a
northern.
Scottish accent.
Yeah, I think he's a northern.
Oh,
boy.
he's a goddamn northerner.
yeah.
I would like to say that you said that he was like chained. Haha, that's cool. And then he came over to me and told me the most heartwarming story I've ever heard in my life about how I changed his life accidentally. And
Yeah.
you really underplayed that.
Well,
you really underplayed that.
I needed him to tell it to you. You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
I can't say
That's
this guy said his life was changed.
Oh.
It was chained. Yeah. Ooh. So you competed in the King of the Kipash. Your
Well,
model's
I've
right here.
not competed yet.
Okay, well, it's here in front of us. It's insane looking.
I've not competed yet. So let's not.
He might just bring that home and not enter it.
That's fine. I will say, Paul.
I bet it gets at least a vote. I think. Put it out
I
there.
would vote for that.
he was pretty upset that there was no zenithal methods.
That brings
today.
it all together.
Listen, I'm not saying he can't be trusted, but he can't be trusted with that.
But
Listen, I was just going to go in the bathroom and spray paint it. It's not a big deal. Right on the
Into a
ground.
paper bag and
No,
snip
no,
it.
onto the ground.
coming from a non-hobbyist saying that zenithaling brings it together that's it. That's perfect. We can end the pod right there. We're good.
I just last year I was fucking around and I was like, this is kind of dumb. And then we went outside and sprayed into a shoebox. And I was like, oh my God.
It's still sitting on his shelf. Next to his
right
bed.
next to my bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, it looks like it all came from the same thing.
Giant penis whale monster. It's great.
It's not what
It's
it looks
pretty
like.
sick.
It's not what it looks like.
So yeah, you can't really hear it right now currently because they're dry wiping. It looks like based on Cole's face, but we have 2 tattoo artists right next to us. One of them is your lovely girlfriend.
One of the people getting tattooed.
I didn't think that needed to be publicly shared.
Well, we can edit that. Your choice.
Yeah, let's not disclose that Paul has a girlfriend.
I thought the podcast would be about guys.
Yeah.
I thought we were
It
doing,
usually is.
I
Yeah.
thought this was guys.
We don't talk about women at all.
No,
on this
guys
podcast.
talk.
I put on the headphones to do guy talk.
Yeah, guys talking about little guys toys.
That's what this
In
is
the off
about.
chance that comes back to me, I love my girlfriend very much.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her very much for doing
Yes.
1,000 tattoos in the last 2 years.
Yes. Yeah. No, she's been crushing it. All of the homies have been trying to get on that list.
Which is weird because a lot of them are not from that far away.
I know. But she was doing an excellent job of highlighting the people from England and.
Yeah, she was speaking to me last night about giving priority.
Yeah.
Which is kind, and I was like, that's probably fine.
That's totally okay.
I think the person that lives 40 hours away
We'll appreciate that.
that's probably okay.
Yeah, you gotta take a boat to get tattooed. That's crazy.
Fucking nutty. I will say, shout out to Christy as well.
Yep, at Cambion.
Yeah, for taking the big step to come out here and do this.
Yeah, she's been crushing it too. Rory, Repo Rory, got a big Skaven forearm tattoo.
Yeah.
It's fresh. She tattooed me. I got a tattoo.
Yep, you got a tattoo. It's on your hand. I had hide your mom while you were still getting it done.
Oh, I showed her. She walked over literally as it was finishing.
I was like, I think Steve's
What did she
over
say?
here. We walked over there, and
What?
then I was like,
Did
no.
she say anything?
Oh my god.
That's what she would say.
Every time I
That's
see
exactly
my,
how
I
she
probably
would say
said
it.
this on the podcast before. But every time I see my mother, she asks, "Is that tattoo new?"
And it's
It's never.
15
It's
years
never
old.
new.
It's 15 years old. Yeah. No, my mom came through.
Yeah.
I
And,
gotta, wait, your mom came through after the train show.
I know. There was
The
a,
more important event.
Yeah, there was a sick train show at the Big E.
Model trains, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, real trains.
Hey,
It's also possible.
they do crazy shit at the Big E.
That's true.
Now, Paul, what do you think about the world's biggest Mordheim event? How did it? How was it?
As a
being-
non-gamer,
I'm gonna speak my truth.
okay.
When I walked in yesterday at approximately 10 o'clock, I thought, oh my God, there are way too many people here. No, I was genuinely actually very impressed. There were a ton of people here. I don't know shit about shit. The boards were sick. Like, the amount of people that brought stuff out and put probably hundreds of hours of work into stuff is nuts. And yeah, I was really, really impressed. And I was texting Shane before because, like, we were talking about when to set up, and I was like, "There's a million people here, and all of them are like good, like crazy good at whatever the fuck this is."
yeah. At one point, you said if everyone in here with a band shirt stays, it's a good show. And
I mean, I wasn't trying to make that compliment about me, but thank you, I suppose.
yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, it was still a good turnout. Plus, you labeled as a free show for everyone else, so we had a bunch of people come out, and
Yeah.
one of them dropped $100 on merch.
On you guys?
Did they
Did he think it was
have a
us?
chained one?
He thought it was our stuff. Fuck. That's sick.
It was sick. So shout out to that guy, whoever you are. Thanks for being a new fan. I
Thank
guess
you.
Rock.
Some people just like T-shirts.
Now,
that's very true.
I remember you told me a story about someone coming up to you at a show being like, I heard your band on the podcast.
I don't. Was that me or was that
No,
someone else?
it was Daisy.
I think
Oh,
it
it
was.
was
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah,
Daisy.
yeah.
That's cool.
I don't speak to anybody when we are out of Western Mass, so I wouldn't know.
Fair.
Daisy was very impressed by all of the boards as well. Also said, yeah, I don't know whatever the fuck this is, but it's sick. So
Daisy rocks.
if we can have that reaction from everyone that walks through the door, we're doing it right.
Yeah.
My dad walked in today, he almost made me drop a board because he like jokingly bumped into me as I had a board above my head, carrying it with another person. He goes, "Oh, why don't you watch where you're going?" Ha ha ha! And I'm like, "This is not the time."
Yeah, good to see you, bro.
And then he didn't realize all the stuff that was around him.
Yeah.
And then we put the board down, and he goes, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?"
And you have to be like, we do what you do, but little.
Yeah.
No, my dad started painting small miniature dogs lately to look like his dog.
All right. I've heard way too much.
Dude, the way that I keep my hobbies and interests, like, secret from my family, you'd think I was in, like, the fucking, like, leather fetish, like, world or something.
You're not.
All I said to my parents was like, "Yeah, I have like a thing this weekend." And they're like, "Oh, what kind of thing?" I was like, "Yeah, you know."
Don't worry about it.
It wouldn't even occur to me to invite them. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want my parents to meet my friends. I don't want my friends to meet my parents.
Your mom comes in. She's like, "I saw your Lustria board, Phil." Well, what do you say to that?
Could have fixed the details on that one.
Yeah, right.
What if they're also secretly really into it though?
She would probably get lost on the way here and call me crying. So that's
I can't find the exit.
Yeah, that's sort
Can
of
you
thing.
come meet me?
My GPS isn't working.
Yeah, I have
printed out
I have to find her and fix
Printed out
her
the
phone.
MapQuest, but my printer's out of ink, so there's streaks on pages.
She doesn't know how to use the printer. I don't think.
Oh my god.
That's valid. Printers
Yeah,
are hard.
that's my dad's role.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna grab some other people and then come back on the pod after. So,
I guess I wasn't good enough.
all right. So we're back. We're kind of sequestered into the corner, so there's going to be a lot of cuts in this episode. But
baby, that's the way to be.
Steve and I are here, joined by two legends.
Absolute legend.
Two legends in two different scenes. Eric.
Hey, nice to be here.
Who are you? What do you do? What are you known for?
I'm one of the Wiers from Between the Bolter and Me. And I guess we have another podcast that has some enmity for this particular podcast. But the Superior podcast is dragged into Turbo Lasers.
Yes.
But I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of uncouth of you to make that sticker and then put it on our table.
Yeah. We know you did that.
I didn't.
We were
do
blaming
that.
Greg,
That
but
was
it was you.
No, it was fucking Greg.
I even made a T-shirt of your podcast to wear, and you guys disrespect us like this.
Jeez.
You know who would never do that, though? Is our other guest.
Shooty Punchy Dave.
Shooty Punchy
What's
Dave.
up, guys? How's it going?
What's up, Dave? It is crazy that you're here.
It is crazy. I drove down from Toronto and felt like the most natural thing in my life, actually, ever.
Really?
I was just,
Nice.
It's like, yeah, I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to NEMO.
It's crazy how many of you came from Toronto not realizing that you were all
You
coming
all came
down.
from Toronto.
Next year, we coordinate.
Yeah.
I think there's like, there's definitely 7 or 8 Canadians here, but
At
yeah,
least.
there's some Albertans here. We don't talk to them.
Yeah.
That's Curse City.
Coast beef. Yeah. So, Dave, who the hell are you? What are you known for? How did you end up here?
Okay, I guess just like Adepticon, I met you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I walked by in my Necromunda shirt, and Steve was like, "This shirt, let's talk about it." And I was like, "Perfect! I've been waiting for someone to say this."
It was a sick neck. He's wearing it right now.
I'm wearing it now, actually. But then I got into the grimdark hallway, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't get on the Mordheim event," but it was like I was like buying used figures, and I painted them all night, and then in the morning I was in the event. So that's how I met all
And
you
then,
guys.
I met you the day after you bought all those figures.
Yeah, then I was like, "Good morning."
Yeah. I was like, hey, nice to meet you.
I am an elf now.
Yeah. Yeah, and then now you're here.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
New England.
Eric, you did not play in the event yesterday.
I did not. I didn't want to crush again.
Yeah.
Like last
It's
year.
so true. So true.
Wow. What did you play?
I was like an undead list, like the
Okay.
vampire classic
Right,
sort of
right.
thing. Lots of dire wolves and
It's the best. It's the best list.
tearing people apart. But yeah, it was fun, good time. But I felt I didn't need to use that.
You just ran
list
out of
again.
space for trophies at home?
Yeah, those IKEA shelves are expensive.
Yeah,
Those
there wasn't enough space in our car because we were driving up so much shit to give to you all.
yes.
But yeah,
Get
but
this
I
out of my house.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice just to sort of stand back, watch people have, play a bunch of games. I was able to take a bunch of photos, and Dylan set up a really nice photo booth, so I was able to take a whole bunch of photos of war bands, and it was really nice just to see all these wonderful war bands and just so many amazing boards and tables, like crazy.
I think people appreciate. I know I appreciated bringing you work on this thing at home and then you bring it up to get its photo taken, and having somebody thoughtfully helping you arrange it and take a good pic. It makes you feel it counts for something. It puts people
nice.
at ease.
I feel it's something that you just don't always have, the lighting setup, the nice camera and all that, and it's nice to be able to provide that, and just for me to practice the skill of it, because I'm still fairly new to photography. But it's
he
fun.
was saying that he was ecstatic that people were coming with cameras, because he's just a lighting guy.
Yeah.
So his whole setup was good,
right.
and he was just like, well, if people come and take photos, then we got a good team.
That's perfect.
So,
it was really nice.
You love to be in a kind of parasocial relationship where you're like, all right, I've got one side of this thing.
Yes,
Somebody's
please has to
use the other one. Yeah, please.
By the way, this voice, Matt.
Hello, hi.
Totally not Matt.
Totally not Matt. Hi, I'm here again.
You're here.
Totally.
This is my yearly pilgrimage to be on Wyrdstone.
That's what Cole said. He goes, every 8 months I got to come out and see you guys.
Got to see it. Got to pod a little bit every once in a while. It's important.
Wow. How did you do yesterday?
I did very well.
Yeah,
I did very well. Yeah, very.
All right.
Yeah, it's very very exciting. The Possessed. Yeah. They survived my first game, and then got some upgrades, and then my Possessed just turned into dump trucks of death.
Yeah,
and that was great. Yeah,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
I was wondering about the modeling with that, because do you put a tentacle on and then you hope you roll? Do you roll for the mutations?
No, you pick it. You pick it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think Possessed. If you're gonna do anything, claw. Great claw. Extra attack, stronger. That's all. That's it.
And it looks sick.
It looks sick. Absolutely.
And, I feel the multiple wounds makes it more likely that you will actually make use of that.
Yes.
So real nice.
If you get one skill upgrade, it turns into a large monster. Basically, effectively, it's one of those 200 gold things.
Right.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, for sure.
Dave, how did you do yesterday?
I did.
Every time I saw you, you were smiling ear to ear.
I had a great opponent. I feel like I played everybody I played. They were like, "This is my third game. This is my first game. Which was so nice, because I was like, "This is my seventh game," but I can be the friendly face a bit, which was really enjoyable. I won 2, and then I lost 1 to Chris. I routed. I shouldn't have routed, but
stay to the end. Yeah.
It's third game you routed, or
second game I routed. It was the breakthrough. Well, because I play Restless Dead, which are the they can't whatever. No one can run, so I'm just like, I'm not breaking through anything.
right.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna make it.
I'm not making it. Yeah, I can't march. It's not happening. Yeah, for sure.
What were some of your favorite boards from this weekend? Do you remember any of them? Because we were asking people, and then them describing it, not knowing who made them or what it was even funnier. Because they're like, I don't know, the fucking clock towery, lighty uppy one.
Right. I like the one that was up front, up here, number 3, I think. It was It was right at the front of the room.
I believe that was Nick, Product of Television.
Yeah, Product of Television's board I thought was super sick, because it looked like all of the stuff was built into the table.
Yes.
It did none of it moved. So it was I felt like it was the most dug in, everything just sort of was where it was. Not a lot of replayability for you.
What board,
but
which board was this?
It was right up front.
It would be
number 3.
It was right up front.
Right up front. Yeah.
I don't know where the secret chat was that everyone had sewer tunnels or gutters or caves this year.
Did you start it? Because you had some tunnel action.
I'm definitely a poser and was copying. Last second, I was like, this board's going to be too heavy. I need to start gouging out.
And you made the one with... I actually liked the tower board. That was the one I did breakthrough on.
The huge tower one?
Yeah. But actually, that was my least favorite tactically, but my most favorite in terms of... I'm like, it just seemed cool with the tower on the hill.
Totally. There was
make a T-shirt of that.
Yeah, there was one. It's the name of my next Elliott Smith album. Yeah. There's one that had a functioning clock in it as well. I think maybe the clock tower board. The clock in it
in the back
worked in the very far in the back. It was super gray. I played on that. I played the guy who built it in the first round, and then I played on the board the second round.
Wow.
Nice guy, nice board.
That's
A-
awesome.
A+, 10 out of 10. Those are the experiences I think that you're like you come here for, right? It's
Yeah,
just like-
absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
For sure.
Steve's board
Steve's board, yeah.
Yeah.
won an award again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, but I mean, Bobby had to one up him this year for sure.
Yeah.
He put LEDs in his board.
Yeah.
Like favored terrain. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
his
that's
tagline?
Bobby.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really, really
It
cool.
was insane.
Yeah, the one in the back was insane.
Yeah,
You know, with the
yeah.
LEDs, and there was like 2 boards. There was like a sewer underneath
Yep.
it, and then like a city board on top, and you're just like, all right.
So what about like you put all the boards together and you do Mordheim like Apocalypse?
We were saying the studio would just become that with how much we've been making. So at some point it will. But
Mordheim Apocalypse will happen.
we would need like
all
those,
of Mordheim is there.
those at the zoo where they have like the prairie dog holes that you can come up and
That
exhibit.
absolutely,
You
yes.
would need that to play on your
real
your board.
pervert hours.
Yeah.
So, like crawl underneath there and just like pop up. Yeah. Love it.
The amount of confusion every now and then when VFW guys were coming out of the back.
Oh, priceless.
The veterans that were just looking at Bobby's board and going, "This is crazy," and then walking back in.
Yeah, totally.
Him being back there made it alone. for
Mind
that.
blown. Some lady with like a mixed drink came over at like I don't know, like 12:30 or something like that in the afternoon, just blasted.
Yeah.
And it was like we were playing Visterion and with like a Necromunda Light game basically. And she's like, "What's going on? How does this work?" You know, and we're like, "What do you measure?" She's like, "Is it like Monopoly?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure. It's like
Yeah,
Monopoly."
it's just
she's
like Monopoly.
I totally get it. And then just like wandered away.
I saw a woman that was writing, like I don't think she can speak or something, but she was writing notes, and I saw her write down to, I don't know, someone in one of us, and she wrote something like, I was like, "Are you guys betting on those games?" Or like, are y'all betting? I was like, "Oh, that's a fair assumption."
I thought it was going to be
assumption.
like it just said, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck? Question.
What are you doing
What's
here?
happening here? Why are you doing this to yourself?
So Matt and
Evan is weeping right now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Is his tattoo weeping?
Freshly tattooed.
Freshly tattooed. Are you no longer the world champion, Evan? No, he's not the world champion anymore.
Never was.
Never was. Never will be.
Matt and Eric, you guys had a photo shoot.
Oh,
today.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which
We went
I
off.
thought, which I came over
Boudoir?
and told you,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were setting up a board for 4 hours,
Yeah.
forgetting that people play games on things.
Yes, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Wow.
It is the actual hobby is setting it up.
Yeah.
Like that's like it's setting it up and tearing it down and like
Right.
bitching about how it's a pain
you're
in the
telling
ass
me
to
we
move
got
it.
25 of those to do today.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Looking forward, yeah, for sure.
So, do you want to talk a little about that? Your Vistarian setup you have over there? Or?
Yeah, no. So we wanted to just bring some of our war bands, like the weird imperial cults and such. And Bill Ford, he built a cool kind of church cathedral board that he sent up that we were able to bring along. And Matt built an amazing, recently underwater but no longer board that we were able to set up, put a bunch of Gribbly cultists on it, take some photos, and then also Adam and Matt played a pretty fun game where searching for relics and lots of bloodshed and destruction.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was very very improvised as well, which I would encourage anybody to do. We did like 6-inch movement, 3 to hit, 4 to wound, 2 wounds apiece, and then just kind of like made everything else up on the fly on a D6. And we were done in like 45 minutes. It was
it was nice.
It didn't take away from your experience one
No,
bit.
not even a little bit.
No.
I got to do all my favorite little voices. You know,
there you go.
Very
Yeah,
fun time.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, and I feel that for our Vastarian thing that we've been trying to see if people are interested in, that was one of the things we wanted to encourage people to just use a rule system you're comfortable with and like make up stuff on the fly just to fit with what's happening in the narrative and not get too caught up.
It's like the art of it, the narrative of it that you want to really catch on.
Right.
Yeah, and you don't need to, like, most of us have played a variety of miniature games over the years and are, vaguely familiar with Games Workshop settings and rules. And so I feel it's not too hard to push through a game, and if you need to make something up on the fly, just sort of chat with the other person and come up with a reasonable roll so that you're not going through rule books and such.
And it's like not competitive, right? And it's not trying to be balanced. And I think those two things go like a really long way to kind of making it really just a really enjoyable experience, right? Because you're just both trying to have fun.
Yeah.
And fun doesn't mean win. You know, fun means fun.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So we had our friends, Sweet Justice, doing ice cream at the
beautiful.
front.
Yeah, it was tasty. I had the vegan stuff yesterday.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
So Colin, who does that, not a war gamer. He's very much into the hobby part of it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But does not like games, doesn't play games. The amount of people that came to him asking for rules questions.
Yeah.
He was just like, so I told him, if anyone asks anything, say 4 or higher, that'll resolve it.
Right, totally.
Yeah.
He must have said it like 6 times. I was at selling merch, and he's just like, 4 or higher, it'll be fine. And they go, okay.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And it's true. I mean, that's kind of what most of Games Workshop games boil down to in most circumstances.
Right. And then they hang off a lot of like really complicated cards and rules and points and whatever else. But 4 up. Good luck.
How many times can we modify this one roll?
Right.
No,
for
it's
sure.
true. But so it's been really fun to see people, and
yeah. I mean,
did you get tattooed this weekend, Gage?
I did not.
If not, why not?
I'm actually, Christy right behind you is going to tattoo Steve Sucks on me. He does not know this. In UV light.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm going to get that
on your face.
Nice.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, maybe
you
it's
gotta
UV.
do what you gotta
do.
On the face.
I'm pretty sure also UV falls out pretty.
It does.
Yeah, pretty bad. So might as well go on the face.
It's gonna be a wreck.
Beautiful. So I think we're gonna go judge King of the Kit Bash, the event that I definitely forgot about and started recording instead. So. But
it's all right. We got to judge. It's good. I looked at some of the stuff. It looked really good. Like all the stuff that I saw, amazing. Better Kit Bashers than me, no doubt.
Half of those people all came up to me asking, "Hey, I've never done this. Is this okay?"
Yeah.
And I was
like, roll a 4 up.
Yeah. I said, "You're totally okay. You're fine."
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys have anything you want to close out on before we go?
Enter Smash Bash.
Yes.
Yeah, enter Smash Bash.
Real quick, talk about that.
Smash Bash this year is Smash Bash Battle Royale. So 1 category, 3 winners, total mayhem, absolute bloodshed. You can enter as many things as you want. What's Battle Royale? I don't know. You tell me. The judges know what it is, though. You don't need to worry about that. And we'll know it when we see it. So enter. You've got until the end of April.
So what's your PayPal so people can get more info?
Don't pay me, please. Please. Don't do it.
Dave, you got anything in closing? You want to plug your sick fucking band?
Clockwise EP is out now. KLOK Wise Up. It's on Spotify and all the stuff.
You're moshing.
We are mostly kicking, and people are getting punched in the face.
I'm moshing.
There's jumping, actually. There's a lot of bouncing and jumping.
Yeah,
so it's a little
straight
new metal hardcore vibe.
Ooh, new metal hardcore.
Oh, it is. It is new metal.
Nice.
Magnifique.
Magnifique. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm listening right after whatever we
you
drop.
have to.
Yeah, totally.
Nice.
Eric, you got anything you want to plug besides more mean stickers about my podcast?
Yeah, Dragged into Trailblazers. Listen to it. See if you can get some nice stickers. Defiling this podcast.
All right. Well, you 3 boys, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
really
thanks.
appreciate it.
Nice to be here.
Nice to be here. Great to be here. Mwah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Hive Scum. If you aren't already part of the community, check us out at the In Rust We Trust Discord, which you can find down in the description below. If you have questions you'd like to ask us, you can find our Instagrams down below as well. Or feel free to ask away on the Discord. We also have plenty of extra content and other perks available to our patrons on Patreon. So if you're interested in helping us keep doing what we're doing, then you can find that description below as well. Until next time, folks, keep it grimdark and keep it grimy. Peace.